I know he got something. Or he got
I'll look for it. I'm looking for it.
It's fucking. Those are crazy fucking movies that they were making.
This hand blew up like it was a China doll.
What movies have you seen that you thought were just the greatest movies of all time, but then you haven't seen them in 20 years, and you go back and you see it, you're like, oh my God, it's a piece of shit. Do you have any of those?
Okay, the movie.
Any of those?
I think your attention goes somewhere. I just tried to watch The French Connection the other night.
Yeah.
It didn't stand the test of time?
It was very interesting for a while. Then I was home. Listen, if two chicks are banging each other with dildo, I lose interest after 25 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I watched the parts that mattered. Like I taped it, and I watched it while I was taping it on like some weird channel.
Yeah.
And it was interesting to see because I remember that movie. That movie meant a lot to me because I was just learning English. And there's a scene when he's running up the stairs, and he goes, "Pop my dog, freeze!" And when he shoots him, it says "Filmed in New York, where it happened." And that, like, I lived in New York City, dog. I was a Cuban.
Where it happened.
That was the trailer. Filmed in New York, where it happened. And here I am. I live in New York. Like, my head almost fucking exploded. So I fucking went to see that movie in the movie theater.
Okay.
And those scenes when he shakes down the fucking bar, when Gene Hackman, those are the movies that made Gene Hackman hit me.
It was nominated for Best Picture, but I don't think it won.
No.
I think Robert De Niro got Best Actor.
You're not going to
You know
shoot
what stands the test of time? And it's hard for comedies to stand the test of time. Think about comedies a comedy movie from the early 80s.
Because I can buy movies.
It's garbage.
Yeah.
It's all garbage.
Yeah, but there's a lot of
all of them.
There's a lot of great
That
ones.
humor doesn't stand. Except for Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which isn't a total comedy, that stands the test of time.
Train, Fast and Automobiles is Stronger Than Death. I just watched Blast Young Man with John Candy. John Candy's a fucking genius. Some of those movies,
some of them are good.
Dog,
some of them are the garbage ones.
You gotta watch them. You gotta watch them again.
Bro,
You
you
gotta
know
go
what
back.
I got stuck on?
Go back and check.
You know me, dog. I tell you how it is. You know what I got stuck on last week? I watched it for an hour and giggled. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I don't give a fuck.
Really?
I was giggling for 2 minutes. I caught myself going. Listen.
He's so cocky, that motherfucker.
He's so cocky. The part where. I'll tell you a scene in a movie that I'll put up against anything today and yesteryear. The part where Pee Wee Herman goes to the Mexican at the bar and he takes his high heels and he puts the fucking heels on and he does
We'll battle with scenes.
Watch this.
All right?
What am I putting in?
You're putting in. What's his movie? What's the movie's name?
I gotta see.
Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure.
Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
Pee Wee's Big Adventure. Watch this, dog. Pee Wee's Mexican Dance, La Bamba, whatever it is. Tequila. Press Pee Wee's Big Adventure Tequila. Watch what happens. And put on the big screen, dog. This is classic shit. I don't give a fuck if Pee Wee jerked off on your kid's head.
I got one.
I don't give a fuck. Do you understand me?
Yeah, let's see.
This still fucking crazy.
Let's see it.
Lee, where is it? I know you found it.
Lee, come on. You found it already, Lee.
Here we go.
There we go.
There's a biker band. He's about to get killed.
Look at those guys.
Look at him, dog.
Like, what's he?
Look at this white motherfucker busting it. Look at him, dog. No. This ain't dick. What are you doing? Look at his little head, dog. Look at his. This is comedy, dog. Watch his head. Watch his little cute head. Look at him.
Who is that?
That's Pee Wee Herman, dog.
What the fuck is this? That move right there.
That's Pee Wee, dog.
It's like he's pointing at his balls and his ass. Balls his ass. It's like he's pointing at it, right?
Oh, yeah. He's over there.
Oh, my God.
Put on Fast Times at Ridgemont High surf scene with Jeff McCauley.
Oh.
Have you ever seen that movie? Lee, Fast Times?
I think so, but not for a
No,
while.
last time that movie was on, about a month and a half ago, I was home. It was one of my weeks off, and I was bored to pieces on a Saturday night. And this movie came on.
Good
And I
adventure
remember
time
his
on.
breakdown. Do you know why?
What?
Because it reminded me how old I was when I saw Fast Times at Ridge. That was one of the first movies I saw before I went out in the world.
That movie. When I first tried to see it, we had to sneak in because I was 12 or 13, and we tried to sneak in, but we didn't get in on that one. We got busted. So we didn't see it. So I didn't see it till way later. But
I saw a home video, and I remember, that baseball dugout scene.
Okay.
oh
I
yeah,
was like, "Whoa,
the surf.
why?
Yeah, the one at the top, right there.
What is this? Spicoli's Dream?"
Yeah, this is Spicoli Dream. This is so good. Listen to your shit talk. Wow.
Hello,
He's got great runs.
Say, and I'd like you to meet this young man. His name, Jeff Spicoli. Jeff, congratulations.
What is this?
Things look kind of rough out there today.
Well, I'll tell you, Stu, I did battle some humongous weight. Like I told the guy on ABC, danger is my business.
You know, a lot of people expect maybe Mark comes in the game, so Bob Jungles and Gerard will take the honors this year.
Oh, those guys are back.
That's fantastic. Let me ask you a question. When you get out there, do you ever fear for your life?
Well, Stu, I'll tell you, surfing's not a sport. It's a way of life, no hobby. It's a way of looking at that wave and saying, hey, bud, let's party. Where'd you get this jacket?
I got this in the network. Let me ask you a question.
Headed over to Australia and the Hawaiian Internationals. You're gonna wing on over to London and jam with the Stones. You guys are invited
That stands the test of time right there.
Dad says you're gonna be late again.
It's a fucked up podcast tonight, but this is what you get, people. What'd you expect?
That's quality shit right
Oh, my
there.
God.
Quality writing.
Where'd you get that jacket?
Where'd you get that jacket? You can sell it.
Got it from the network. Oh my God.
That's fucking Sean Penn.
What do you want to play now?
He was so good that as a kid, I thought that's the way he really was.
It's like
I thought
Jeff
Sean
Daniels'
Penn was-
snowball fight scene from Dumb and Dumber.
What is it?
Jeff Daniels' snowball fight. Oh yeah, God.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber. Right? That stands the test of time.
You got it.
I got it from the network. He said it's so cold pan too. He just stopped. I got it from the network.
Let's get back to talking
Like
about
they're real
it.
friends. Like they're real buddies and shit.
Anybody want to start that?
Sure.
It's going fast. I need to calm it down.
You want to start that? It is what it is, people. It is what it is. Nobody says it's going to be perfect. It's Columbus Day weekend, cocksuckers. Strap on your balls, pick up a beer. We're just four guys fucking around on a Sunday night.
This part.
Oh. I tend to suck this.
Oh,
Beating up on the butt now and shit. You
Oh, my
bad motherfuckers, you. What's happening, Eddie? How you feeling, my brother?
I feel great, man.
King of Jiu-Jitsu in the fucking room tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Ari Shafir, this is not happening. Started with a little brain fart. Look at you now. You're a fucking brand. Shit.
Yeah.
People telling stories all over the world. This is not fucking happening.
Henry Rollins did one, man. It was so good.
Did what?
Story of my show.
Really?
Yeah.
He did a story. Like, what does he do?
Told a story about I was on a psychedelic episode.
Oh, he was on your show. He
Yeah.
told the story. Oh, cool. How did that go?
Great. was really good.
The psychedelic story.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Is that what the show's about? Like you're telling
Different
me
episodes.
road trips?
Different episodes, different topics.
Oh shit. Okay, that's a good topic.
Yeah.
Everyone's got good, especially comedians. God.
Yeah. Some of them.
Well, sometimes, sometimes I know what I was going to tell you guys. That kid that got shot last week in Miami.
Yeah, the air conditioning in here.
I know, but
It's on
you guys
high. It's on high as
Listen to
fuck.
me,
It's really
Doug.
cold in here, you guys.
What?
one night we do a hit of acid and we go to this we used to go to this place in the Fairview. It was in the Fairview Cinema. That's what it's called. And there was 2 movie theaters. At midnight, they would always play a band, like a song, movie from a band, like Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, or somebody's concert. The song remains the same, or the Stones' Sticky Fingers. And in the other movie theater, they would play the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, that's terrible.
So we all went and did. This is when it was called the Double Barrel Sunshine Acid. And you were supposed to get it and split it 4 ways. We got it and split it 2 ways. And we went to see Apocalypse Now. We left there blown away, but it had just rained, Eddie. So me, this kid that got shot, this other kid, Louis Castellito, we got like a 3/4 of a mile walk home. And we're walking home. And for some reason, Louis Castellito looks at me weird. And he goes, "Do you hear that?" And I play into it. I go, "I hear that. Do you hear that?" And also I'm like, "Oh my God, I hear that. I hear that too." And the kid's looking at the both of us like we're fucking crazy, but we're all tripping. And we start going, "Jesus Christ, the sirens. What the fuck?" And my friend's yelling, "The sirens, the sirens." And we're both yelling the fucking sirens. All of a sudden, my buddy looks at me and he just takes off, bro, and starts running. And like a half a block away, there's what's that one? The concrete breaks, a pothole.
Yeah.
It was filled with rainwater.
Oh no.
And then I forgot he stopped. He got his hands and knees and he started hitting himself with rainwater. "I don't hear the sirens. I don't hear the sirens." We were just fucking with him. We didn't hear no fucking sirens.
Nah.
You hear sirens?
Not yet. He kept saying there were rats in the trees by his house.
There are rats in the trees. You see them and shit. You do acid shit.
They're big.
What's that?
They're big, those squirrels.
Yeah, but they sleep at night. I don't see the fucking squirrels at night. You see the rats and the possums in my neighborhood. You see a couple of raccoons.
Really?
I saw a fucking huge raccoon who got hit by a car in Little Canyon last week. I had to pull over, but he was fucking dead. No, you don't want those things to bite you. So you just keep fucking driving and mind your business. This motherfucker was huge, bro.
Really?
Yeah, they get big up in those hills. Those motherfuckers will fuck your world up.
We got a whole family that come into our backyard all the time.
Where do you live?
Yeah, in Sherman Oaks.
I'm staying at Echo Park and I saw a skunk on my porch.
We get skunks all the time in the backyard. We see them because we have a big black.
Are they going to spray you if you just come by near them, or are they? Or
I
do they
think
give
they
you
do
some
that
warning?
when they feel threatened.
When they feel threatened. Usually when they see you, a skunk will turn around and leave on its own pace.
Right.
He'll take a couple steps on his own pace. Have you ever seen a skunk turn and spray you? How
It's
they
terrible.
turn?
No.
It's fucking terrible. It's a terrible situation.
When they turn.
When they turn. So
Yeah.
they get this way and they spray it and they fucking.
Yeah, they get their tail up.
Right. It's not good.
You know, I
Yeah.
just realized. I always thought that they use skunk as a word for weed because it's smelly. I just realized that it actually does smell like skunk.
Strong like that too.
I've had weed. You know, when you're driving around the neighborhood and you pass like a spot where a skunk is sprayed, you could smell it through your car. You know what I'm talking about? When you smell skunk, you ever drive through your windows are up?
You love it. I love that
It
smell.
goes right through the goddamn
I
car.
fucking love that
What the
smell.
hell? That could probably save the world, right? That's some powerful shit. They gotta look into skunk piss. Study that
They
shit.
do have it. They have it. They have it at sporting goods.
What?
You go to a sporting goods and buy skunk piss because you could do it for something to lure something.
Yeah,
To stay away from your campground.
skunks?
Something weird.
I bet
No,
it
it's just a
cures
little,
cancer.
Just a little jar. It's a little thing, and it has like a swab, and you just dump it to keep the bears away. I'm not correct. I'm not a hunter or nothing like that, brother. I don't fucking know. So you do know this thing. You're not walking around looking like Mad Max.
What?
You're walking around looking like fucking Taxi Driver.
Oh,
You
yeah.
do know this. People
Yeah.
like fucking. What's this shit?
I don't know, man.
This movie. See,
That's something
Eddie's younger than I am.
Yeah.
This movie was fucking strong. This set a message.
77. I think.
Really?
Like
What
this
was
set
that
the
message?
This was after Berkowitz.
What is that? Stand up for yourself.
This was after like Berkowitz.
Who's Berkowitz?
How
No.
You got the
Not
subway.
the 44 caliber killer. That guy.
You got
I
the
think that was a
subway.
little early. I may be wrong, but this was like weird. Like a guy went in and saved this younger-year-old girl. People were fucking like people were still mad about The Exorcist, like them using a young girl to put a cross in her pussy. Now they got this chick who had already been on
It's one of the
television.
sacred things.
What's the young chick that's in this movie? Come on, guys, she's a lesbian.
her name?
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Hunter, no, Rachel, something.
Contact.
Yeah.
Lesbian. Yeah,
Yes.
Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster's been on television since she was 5. She was on The Courtship of Eddie's Father. It's Eddie's girlfriend.
Really?
That show, I remember being a little kid. So when she crossed over a few years later, I was like, oh, what year was The Courtship? Go ahead, Jodie Foster. What year was The Courtship of Eddie's Father?
How old are you in 77?
14. I remember going to see this in the movies, and I left there a little fucked up. Like, I'm not going to lie to anybody. Like, there's a couple movies I left going, wow, that could happen. But that movie I left there going, that's fucking dark. Because he played it. He was one guy in the beginning. And then
69 to 71.
yeah, she was already in TV, bro. She's been on television for 50 years, Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
60-fucking-9, my friend. She's been on TV for 45 fucking years. She played what's-his-name's girlfriend. So she was already visible, you know? So she was like America's little fucking sweetheart. That's what a lot of people don't fucking remember. And all of a sudden they tossed her into this mix with De Niro shooting motherfuckers. After Godfather, now he's playing a crazy cab driver in New York. That's all they need in New York is some guy to be a fucking.
How old is she in
vigilante.
Taxi Driver?
How old is she? in
Jodie
Taxi
Foster is
Driver?
in Taxi
Jodie
Driver.
Foster. Yeah, she's the girl.
She's the hooker.
So she's at least.
So
18.
she's got to know.
You have a gun?
Jodie
Why does he
Foster-
ask him if he has a gun right before he shoots him?
How old?
Jodie Foster was born in 62.
So she's 53 right now. So when she shot that, she was 14 or 15 or 16. Correct, Mundo, or no?
Taxi Driver was 76, so probably 75, yeah.
Yeah, so she was how old?
13.
13, guys. So she was America's sweetheart. So see, I remember this shit.
Oh, he took America's
Like he took America's sweetheart and put her as a hooker in a fucking movie. So that's why
what?
I knew it wasn't gonna win. I knew it wasn't gonna win an
That's
Academy
true.
Award, but he was gonna win something for it because he was brilliant.
He took America's sweetheart.
He remember like when there was that pervert, that fucking idiot told the black chick that ended up marrying the black guitar player, my mama said, what's her name?
What?
Who? What's the black guitar player? The Jewish fucking black guy.
Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz married the girl from the Cosby Show, whose daughter is in Mad fucking Max. That little black girl in the fucking car. That's Lisa Bonet and Lenny Kravitz's fucking daughter in the car with
She's so
that
pretty.
cute little. Yeah, that's what you
course,
get when
of
everybody's
course.
fucking good
Yeah.
looking in your family.
Yeah, well, there's
You
that
don't
much
get people
hot.
like me and Lee.
And there's that much hot. We did
So,
not get that.
when she was on, it was number one family Thursday night. When you were Mexican, white, black in 1980, you
Yeah.
turned on the Cosbys. That's it. It's like somebody said to me the other day, listen, I don't give a fuck who the funniest guy, because we were talking about Dalia. We were at a cookout, and somebody, those things where they have the food trucks on Thursday. And the kid goes, something about blah, blah, blah. The wife was like, I like Dalia. He goes, listen, in my book, I grew up on Martin. And I thought about it. How many people grew up on Martin?
On
What
what?
people watch that sitcom?
Martin,
I love
Martin was great.
Yeah, okay.
Martin was great.
So it-
Martin was one of the most underrated
Yes.
comedies.
So this guy's like, fuck Dalia and fuck this guy and fuck that guy in my world, because I grew up on Martin. And that weekend I went away
Martin
and
was
watched like
great.
4 episodes of Martin. I'm
How
like,
was it?
fucking great.
Oh,
It still
good.
holds up to the end of time. Fucking Martin.
His stand-up is amazing. And his
Martin
prime.
Lawrence is
In his
amazing.
prime.
He was so
He's so
brash.
crazy.
He was so
His classic
crazy.
shit.
Dog.
So he's wearing a giant X.
But are you so
Dog.
crazy?
Listen,
Martin?
listen,
Clip
forget that shit.
anything off that.
I'm talking
What's
Walmart.
that shit?
Air conditioning for once.
I've been with that.
It's on high.
Oh.
Delivery
down.
services. The who?
Looking at Yankee stats, 1927 to present.
Ustream's going down again.
It's yeah. Put everything back.
Fuck Ustream. They're always doing. The feds probably shut them down. What do you think? They're spraying the clouds right now over this motherfucker Eddie Bravo. Look, Eddie Bravo's new fucking.
Could you turn the Wi-Fi off on your phone already?
What?
Could you turn the Wi-Fi off on whatever that was?
Why? What's the problem?
Why?
Because I'm trying to make sure that the things will be okay.
Look at the shape of you. You're not gonna do your little purple shirt. Where's that half a sandwich my wife made you?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Where is that fucking thing?
Probably in the car.
You guys can eat on that shit?
No, but sometimes you have to eat to tame the tiger a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You got to do some things sometimes that you don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? Who are you texting?
He told me to turn the Wi-Fi off.
Jesus Christ. I got no Wi-Fi on my phone. I can't even send pictures. I had a picture I want to send to 2 people fainting. I couldn't send the picture. What's up with you? Everything all right?
Everything's good.
Oh, this is great.
How you feeling, dog?
Solid.
Want to turn the lights off?
Yeah, the light's too bright.
Is that what you think?
Oh,
Yeah, if anything.
yeah, turn them off. They're right there.
Just turn them off. What are you
At least
doing?
down.
Something
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
Nice. That's what you fucking need in your life. Who are you texting?
No,
Who are you texting already?
I'm trying to make it brighter.
Is Paula watching?
Probably not, hopefully.
Okay, hopefully the fucking thing. What's going on with you, Eddie? Problem? The World Time Planet. When is the next EBI? December.
Next EBI 5 is Sunday, December 13th.
I was close.
Downtown LA at the Orpheum once again. Beautiful theater. It's a great place to see a show. And this time we're doing the 116-man bracket, the lightweights. Danny Procopos is the champion. We got Eddie Cummings, who is our featherweight champion, moving up in weight and trying to take that lightweight belt as well.
How's Denny doing?
Danny's doing great.
Yeah?
He's doing great, training his ass off.
Hell yeah. What's he do now?
He has his, he runs 10th Planet San Francisco.
Oh, cool.
And, he's a very busy man when it comes to jiu-jitsu. I mean, he's always training, always teaching. He's
Think of how many schools have popped around the area.
Yeah.
You know, thank God Eddie has a great system, but how many fucking people, every fucking day I hear somebody opening up a new fucking school. It's like hotcakes, man. So you're out there fighting every fucking day. The leopards are at your door.
What?
You're trying to keep a fucking jiu-jitsu school open. It's not like it used to. You're trying to charge this guy wants to charge this. He's beating you out by $40. People sign up. Then they steal your identity. They sell it to the Brazilians. And you got to start from scratch. Now you're back in an American school. You know how the fucking thing goes. It's always a mess. 1 minute you're fucking buying a year subscription to a jiu-jitsu school. The next thing you know, you're buying an acai bowl in Rio de Janeiro. You don't even have a fucking passport. What the fuck is going on here?
Here, Joey, give me your phone.
Why? I ain't putting the light. Leave the light alone. This ain't no fucking Yes concert, cocksucker. By the way, wants to put lights on. Like this is Led Zeppelin concert. Turn the lights off. What the fuck is wrong with you? We got a candle. That's it.
Okay.
or you could just leave your phone on with the light up and just put it on the desk.
Who gives a fuck about it? Listen, we got no Ustream. We might as well do this.
So we got it. We got it now.
All right, then what the fuck, people? You with us or
You got night vision on these
We
cameras?
got night vision on these motherfuckers. I'm sorry, people. We can't spark up a number in here. We just can't tap out this way. We like this place. It's nice and family. We can go outside and smoke a number in the darkness.
We can Periscope. Make podcast Periscope.
We could podcast
Play
Periscope.
that song.
Which one? What
I
the
need
fuck
more.
is that?
I need more information.
You need some vocals. You need
Heavy
some drums.
guitar.
Anybody on Twitter know what that song is?
Yeah, just like that. Guess the
It's
fucking.
gone. It's gone.
All of a sudden, it's Jeopardy. What's going on, Eddie Bravo? Talk to me. Fucking Ari's passed out. He's over here thinking about Saigon. Look at him. Lee Sayat's got his purple shirt on, giggling up a storm. Put the light back on. Now we're gonna fucking fall asleep here. He's gonna put the light on. I'm getting scared. That shit scares the shit out of me, dog. I don't like.
You get scared too?
Sometimes I'm gonna leave the fucking house, dog. That's when my paranoia. That's what
What? On Halloween?
Halloween's the least of my problems. I'm talking about 7 in the morning when you're snorting an 8-ball and you're looking for a Coke Rock under your carpet. And you think the DEA is watching. Halloween can suck my dick. I was in the halfway house and I would go home for furloughs in Boulder.
All right.
And my wife, listen to me.
You've already done that life.
Listen to me. My wife was pregnant at the time. I would
Oh,
come home.
God.
I would come home Fridays at 6.
You got a pregnant wife coming
I
home from what?
listen to me in the halfway
From
house.
halfway house.
Listen to me.
Did you miss it already?
I'd fucking come home on Fridays. I'd eat dinner with her like a normal family. She'd go to bed pregnant about 9 o'clock to get the itch in my neck. I'd make the call. The guy would
You make
deliver an
the call.
8-ball. I'd put a leash on the dog and make believe I was taking the dog for a walk. And I got like a 12-pack of Coors. And I'd hide each can in the fucking snow. You know how we do it, dog. I'd hide each can in the fucking snow.
You know what?
I go to the
Okay.
liquor store and I buy 12 cans of Coors.
Okay.
I come back and I take each can out of the wrapper and put them into the snow
Okay.
on this side. So I knew I had drank them already, right?
Yeah.
I do a couple of bumps and I go back in the house and she'd fall asleep. I'd do 2-3 lines, I'd watch a porno, and I'd let the dog out to pee. And then I'd take a beer, crack it open, and drink it real fast. And hide the beer. I would do this all night. I would get so thirsty, I would have to let the dog out to pee. You know what it is when you're ninth beer, when you're paranoid as fuck, and you want to, dog, you have no idea what it's like to open up your front door. You have no idea what paranoia is when you think the DEA is waiting on the other end. I remember one weekend, I did so much coke, I wouldn't even let the dog out to pee. He sat by the door. You could see the pee dripping out of his fucking ears before I opened up that door. 2 days, I didn't open up that fucking door.
What?
2 days.
Good dog?
He finally peed in the hallway. He broke down and he shit and I had to pick it up the next day. But I wouldn't open that door. I was so fucking paranoid.
Really?
Yeah.
You left him out there? You left your dog out there?
No. I let him back in the house.
Yeah.
And then there was one point I wasn't opening up the door no more. Either you're in or you're out, cocksucker.
Yeah.
And once you go out, there ain't no coming back in. So get back in because you're going to drive me crazy all fucking night. What the fuck are you giggling about? Nobody even said
What are
nothing.
we talking about?
We're not talking about nothing. Just look at the screen. Make believe you're looking for Martians or Matt Damon, whatever the fuck you're looking for.
Play Adventure Time.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was the song that we opened the podcast with. Is a song that Ari was singing.
What?
Boom, boom.
Hand of Doom.
What? Who is it?
Black Sabbath.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Hand of Doom. It's what we started with.
That's where it is.
Look at the fuck. What time is your spot at the store?
So I don't know.
Who gives a fuck? I'm going to call him and tell him, listen, don't wait on Ari.
Tell him don't wait on Ari.
It's over.
No.
So what are you thinking, guys? I thought people would be jumping out. Nobody's doing dick.
I want to jump out of a window.
I'm sure you do. Yeah, fucking cake.
Play some music.
Okay.
Yeah, play some music. Put that fucking.
What? On that or on this?
What is this, a party? I'm gonna put this fucking. He shows up with a jukebox
You said
that his
ready?
mother bought him fucking when he was 12. I can't believe you bought
It's
that
two
out.
speakers.
Play something if you got it.
It's
Huh?
desktop speed. It's desktop
Play
speakers.
How old are these fucking things?
I don't know, like 4 years old.
You can't just play anything on your computer.
I know I can, but we didn't want to get taken off of YouTube. But fuck it.
What the fuck?
What do you want to play? What do you want to
This
play?
ain't no goddamn music podcast. I'm trying to talk to Ari and Eddie Bravo. They gotta step up to the pump. Get up, cocksucker. Stand straight. Wake up. We're talking here. What does that half a sandwich? Wake them up.
It's on my car.
Jesus Christ. The whole... What's that?
What's
What's what? What's that what? You got a piece of acid?
No, yeah.
We ate it
No, when did that happen?
10 minutes ago. You didn't even see it go down. That's how smooth I am.
What?
He's so smooth.
Nobody saw it. Check your bottle caps. You thought Cosby went to work. Check your bottle caps. Look at Eddie looking at his water. What are you talking about? I can't teach an armbar. Yes, you can, cocksucker.
Oh my god.
What's the matter, dog? Look at the shape of you. Your head's purple. You got blotches. You got sit up straight.
I'm
This is
fine.
it. Nobody wants to chitter chat. That's it. You want to go
Yeah.
outside and stand outside and get some air and periscope it and look at people on the street.
Fuck that.
Let's go look at people on the street. We stand out there long enough, we might see a hooker,
Oh.
like a white hooker walk by.
Really?
You got hookers out here?
Up deep. They walk weird.
What?
They lurk. They make believe they
What
go
do you
in
mean
and
they
out.
lurk?
Hookers love In and Out Burger.
Oh, I always see them at grocery stores.
Yeah,
around here.
cocksuckers love In and Out Burger.
Out here, around
Why?
here, huh?
There was one the other down
Straight
Lancashire.
banana or-
Yeah, there was one the other down Lancashire that had a black dress on, a black one. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
You could see she wasn't fucking around. She was going for dollars. I was watching her from the light. I was just watching. I go, oh, look at this freak. She's got the wig on. She got the whole thing
So how come she doesn't get arrested right away?
because she's doing it right. She's probably got something under her arm. She's looking for something in the neighborhood, but she's mingling. We see them all the time. We used to see the black one. They used to walk around fucking Riverside all the time
With the blonde hair?
with the blonde hair for years. 10 in the morning. 10 in the morning. She'd walk around the YMCA. You'd see it. I'd see it. I'd be at the park fucking walking the baby in the carriage.
I used to live on Sherman Way in Sepulveda, and that's like where they
Well,
hang
that's
out.
the
So, like,
headquarters.
that's
you
their-
know.
and I would go back at night, like at 2 a.m, and just be out.
No, I'm talking Studio City on those little streets. You see it, they're out there. They're just lurking low key and shit. They hang out by Whole Foods.
How do you know they're hookers? And they're not
Because I saw the black girl working them one day. And then I saw her.
Is she making eye contact, right?
No, she didn't make eye contact with me. I saw how she got another guy, an older guy, to lure her at Whole Foods. You know, when you just get something to eat and you park in your car and you sit there for a few minutes and you eat it.
Yeah,
And you're just looking at everybody. Just looking to the parking lot. You're not looking. You're just looking at the parking lot, bro. Yeah. That's what you're there. You're just looking. And I saw her come in. I saw her walk in, walk out, and she went to the driveway. The guy got in his car with his groceries, picked her up, and took her.
What?
And then I started seeing her more and more. And then I was
Where? Whole Foods?
right by Whole Foods, whatever that is.
Ralph's all the time.
No. What's the one by? What's the one by the fucking? What's the white one by Laurel Canyon?
Trader Joe's.
Maybe it's a hot place.
Just public
Whole
place.
Foods and Trader Joe's.
The hot one by Riverside. By what's down the block from the Marie ETC?
Yeah.
That's
Why?
Whole Foods.
That's Whole Foods. Whole Foods.
Why
There's
is
a black chick that hangs out there because that's her cover. She's going there to buy something, and she walks in that parking lot. A little old guy comes out, sees her, wants his dick sucked, and she looks. Guys, she can't do that if she's ratty in Studio City.
All right, she gotta look.
She
good.
looks like
She gets offered, so she goes around there getting offers.
she looks
7, 8.
She looks like the black girl from the movies from Catwoman.
Halle Berry?
Halle Berry.
Wait, and she's like hot and she's going to supermarket parking lots of the rich.
Dresses, yep. That's how she does it. I've seen
And
her
just
on
be
the
like,
side.
Oh, I think
And
it'd
wait
be
for them to hit on her.
Gelsons. Fucking Gelsons.
Wait.
Is
Gelsons.
she Ethiopian?
No, she's black. I've never really had a conversation with her, but I waved at her. She's waved at me. She knows that I know that she knows that I know that she's a hooker. Okay, we used to sit there and drink coffee, and she walked by every day. And after a
Dresses
while,
up and hopes to meet
and
Starbucks guys.
listen, whatever the fuck, she's walking on Riverside and Laurel Canyon.
Yeah.
You're not going to see crack people walking up there.
Okay,
So what
okay,
she
okay.
does is she walks down Riverside.
Yeah.
She sees you by Laurel Canyon. She walks down to Riverside, and by the time she gets to Colfax
Yeah.
or that following fucking street, you
Yeah.
pick her up.
Oh.
Oh my God, what a surprise. And then she'll ask you whatever the fuck they ask you. You know, whatever the fuck it is that they do. You want to suck my dick, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck they want
I
to do.
never did like this in the bushes.
No normal people do it like that.
It's crazy how there's this one chick that does it right here in the valley. That's insane.
And I saw her for a long
This
time in
one
the
chick.
mornings. My wife saw her. My wife knew what she looked like. Then there's another thick black one that I tormented from 7-Eleven. The one that one that I tormented. She wouldn't even talk to me no more. Because I used to tell her to wait for me on the corner. I'm going to go there and shove it up your ass and put jelly on it. And she'd call me all night. Where are you? I'll be right there. I'm on the corner. This one, I met her at the Ha-Ha. I met this one at the Ha-Ha. She was at the Ha-Ha one night. Hi, how are you? I'm a comedian. No shit. Nice to meet you. Okay. 2 weeks later, how are you? Nice to meet you. She was another chick. I thought that was kind of weird. They're both comedians. I know comedians, but then again, maybe I don't. I'm not on. At that time, I wasn't hanging around on Sunset Boulevard. I didn't know the Comedy Store. And the third time, she goes, I'm booking a room in Chamago, California. Can I text you, whatever? Can I call you? I go, call me with the info. I never fucking even remembered her name, guy. Never remembered her name. And then around the holidays. This is when my wife was either really pregnant or just had the baby. Like, I was in shock. And then one day my phone rang, and she's like, I don't know if you remember me. Not really. And she was like, this is my name. I want to know if you could help me with comedy. And after a few minutes, you know, when you talk to somebody, you remember them. And, oh, yeah, I remember you. Yeah. And she's like, if you could help me. You know, man, I was just starting to go on the road. I go, listen, I'm on the road. I just had the baby. I don't know if I got onto the house. Okay, that's it. She left it at that. I didn't hear from her again. Then I get a call from her, bro. Typical hooker shit. She's in a bind.
One quick question. Did you put it in this?
No. She's in a bind. Somebody,
Transmission just blew up.
no, what was it? Somebody stole her
Wait,
car.
how'd she know your number?
Because I met her at the I thought she was a regular black chick.
Yeah.
I thought she was a rich. When somebody tells you they're a comic and they're going to book a room, you don't want to be fucking rude. You
Right.
think that you're going to give them your number and they're never going to call you again or they're going to text you and you're going to be out of town. And that's it. I didn't
You stay in
fucking
your
think
life.
nothing of it. She was a cute girl. She got a cute fucking little Chinese girl, whatever. But I felt something weird. One night, when I first met him, we met some girl. He left with her and he came back 10 minutes later
Tell me.
that she wanted him to suck his dick. Bro, you don't know who you bump into in North Hollywood. There's dick suckers out there. Who the fuck knows? I go back to I never think about this shit.
There's dick suckers out
There's
there.
dick suckers out there at all hours of the night. You don't fucking know what they want. So she called me one night. You know when somebody calls you, Eddie, and they want something from you, but they won't tell you? Like, Eddie, I want to train for a month for free. I don't have the money. They're waiting for you to ask them. Then they call you again, and you know they want something. What is it, bro? Well, this happened for like 3 times in 10 days.
Yeah.
When are you doing comedy again? You know, like when you're busy
Yeah.
and you're doing something, your phone rings and you recognize the number, but you don't.
Yeah.
And you go, let me pick it up. And you pick it up, and it's like, hi, it's Clemile, whatever her fucking name was.
Yeah.
Are you doing this set anywhere? It's like, you know what? I don't know. Can I call you back, Clemile? And then you hang up the phone. That was it, guys. One night I got a call that a car broke down, if I remember her. No, I don't. And she goes, my car broke down. I need money for something. I'm a DJ.
Yeah.
She hit me with the DJ story first. And I came right back. I go, listen, I got a fucking baby. I'm in no position to, whatever. I can't help you out. Okay. Sorry to bother you. And it was too easy. Somebody who really needed $300 would have fucking worked me for it.
Yeah.
Then like a week later, she called again.
What?
And she's like, I got out of the bail. Thank you anyway. Good luck with your family or whatever the fuck. And that was it. And then I don't even know. Over time, one day she just called me. I go, listen, man, what the fuck is your problem?
What do you want?
Yeah, like what is it? It's 1 in the fucking morning. Because she switched numbers. So she started calling me with a New York City number. You know that weird number from New York? It's 925.
415 or something.
Something fucking different. So I see New York. I think it's one of my buddies. Bang, 2 in the morning. It's fucking Kamikwa.
713.
I want to know. And I asked her one night, I said, what the fuck is your problem? And she goes, well, sometimes I turn tricks. You know, I'm 23. And I'm like, oh, I fucking knew it. I just connected this 7 months
Look at
later.
that.
I'm 50. I don't have that. When I'm 20, I would have banged her already and stabbed her and fucking left her in the desert. But nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you look at it and you go, yeah, whatever. And then I would see her around town. I'd see her at the 7-Eleven. And then I told her, "What, you fucking crazy?" And then me and her bumped into her one night. We were getting something at 7-Eleven. She's like, "Oh, where you been?" And I started talking. So I got in the car. I go, "Lee, that's the hooker." So she called me again like an hour later. "Were you doing anything?" I go, "You know what? Let's finally do this. You know that gym on Lancashire? Meet me right there. Shave your little black pussy. Put a blonde wig on." I just told her 1,000 things. And I said, "Go there." You know when you get high and you forget about somebody?
Yeah.
And the phone rings an hour later, like, "Where the fuck are you, motherfucker?" She called me back, and I'm like, "What? I ain't picking you up. I just hung up the fucking phone."
Yeah.
Never heard from her again.
Like when Katie calls you.
Guess what?
Hey,
Yeah.
not right now. What?
Like
What's
6
wrong
months,
with you?
like 6 weeks later, she calls me again one night.
Yeah.
"Hey, baby, I want to know if you're lonely." "Who's this?" "Shamika, whatever. I want to know if you're lonely." I said, "You know what? I am. Meet me on the corner by the gym." And she's like, "Okay, what do you want me to wear?" And I fucking tormented her. Put heels on, shave your pussy, do this, wash your ass. So, okay, baby. An hour later, "Where the fuck are you?" This went on like every 6 weeks for like 2 months. It was hilarious. She finally gave up on me. And one night, me, Steve Simone are eating at that fucking.
Yeah, like, okay.
She just passed. She knew I was gonna leave her out there. I used to slate her the whole time. I was just tormenting her like Bobby Slate.
I'll be out there in 25 minutes.
I'll be out there in 25 minutes. Wait by the statue. Dog, I used to torment Bobby Slate. It was the best work I
Let's
ever
call him
did.
up.
We can't call him up now. Because now he knows I don't
What'd you
get high.
What'd you do?
I would fucking, like, he'd call me, give me $200, and he'd say, "Put the coke under the statue." And I'd put, like, the statue with nothing under it, like an empty envelope. I just fuck with it. He would call me, "What happened to it?" "I don't know. I left it there." "Yeah, there's an envelope, but it's empty. I don't know what the fuck to tell you."
I was left there.
Don't say this to me. Maybe my kid stole it. Maybe your kid stole it. I don't fucking know. Go check with him. Call me back. I ain't got time for this shit. I would torment him. And then I learned what cities he was in. Okay, and I would call him up on Thursday night, and I go, "You got anything? Do you need anything?" I go, "Why? You got a connection?" "Yeah. I know big people. I didn't know nobody, Eddie. I knew nobody." He'd be like in Indiana. Right? He'd be like...
He thinks he's getting drugs. Oh, man.
He's waiting. Really?
And I
How
used-
long before he just?
2 years until he finally one day realized I wasn't coming through.
I worked with him once, probably Slayton in Montreal. The whole time they kept going like, "Oh, has already been ducking out early." Yes, doing love. That's why he ducks out early. So you gotta watch him. He's got it all.
Oh my
I
god.
left him at he got it.
So I would call
We just
All right.
come on, baby.
So I would call him like on a Thursday. He gained trust with me. I took him
Just
out.
for fun, just by yourself.
You know me, dog. I'm the mind of a duck. There's only one guy who ever bought into me. Rod Long one day called me up. A black comic.
Does it all the time.
Listen to me. A black comic in Seattle pulled me aside one day and he goes, "You should change your business card from comedian to professional torturer." He goes, "Because that's what you are." Because he had a kid that used to steal his jokes. Count Hopkins III was a black guy with a pink tongue. You know those black people that when they're up on stage, all you see is a pink tongue. He was black, Count Hopkins. He would do Rod Long's jokes, but not really.
What?
He wouldn't do his jokes, but not really. Like let's say Rod Long said, "Yeah, I'm sitting on a pier,"
Yeah.
and I would see Count Hopkins do. "I'm sitting on a pier." We would get right on the phone and call Rod Long and go, "Rod Long, he's doing your sitting on a pier joke." "No, that Negro isn't." "Yes, he is. I'll be right down there, Joe Diaz." He's the only black guy that called me Joe. Oh my God, he's showing up at the club, Joe Diaz. He used to call him a joke buccaneer. Where's that joke buccaneer? Where's that joke buccaneer, Joe Diaz?
What country was he from?
See, he was from Seattle, a little light-skinned black dude. That I
No, he
love.
wasn't. How many?
Rod Long, good fucking dude.
Buccaneer?
Good dude. Lahai was up there too at the time. We used to
Bushman
talk.
like to party.
So Bobby Slane, we're back to Bobby Slane. So I found out Bobby Slane was a fiend like me.
Oh yeah.
So I hooked him with El Compadre. So he would call me, El Compadre. I went down there, the bass player, don't worry about nothing. I hooked him up with the Armenian. Next thing you know, he's having barbecues at the Armenian. Tremendous. He's loving the Armenian. They're over the house. The wife's getting worried. So he would go on the road, and I would call him on Thursdays in the afternoon. I'd say, "Do you have anything?" And he'd go, "Just a little bit." "Why? You know somebody?" "Who the fuck you think you're dealing with?" "I know everybody." I go, "Where you at?" And he'd tell me, "I'm in St. Louis, the Hotel Eddie Bravo." I go, "All right, I'll call you in 10 minutes. I hang up with him. I call the hotel back. I go, "How you doing? Is there any landmarks close to your hotel?" And they go, "Yeah, like a mile down. There's like a horse and buggy stand where Abe Lincoln stood. Perfect." Then I would call him back and go, "Listen, I just spoke to the fucking Colombian. What's his name? Don't matter. His name is the Colombian. He's going to meet you over down the corner." And I break the address down to him.
Where exactly?
Where this is before the internet, guys. I don't know nothing about the fucking internet.
And are you just sitting in a hotel room in a random city by yourself?
I'm in a random city down at
Smoking weed?
411, giggling to myself, calling information, calling comedy clubs, calling
Where's
hotels.
Bobby Slate?
Once I know the club, you're doomed. Once I know the club and I know the people at the bar, I'll doom you because I know that I would put them on people who didn't do anything with drugs.
Yeah.
And I'd say, "Go to the bar and wave at the Chinese guy and blink your nose." And he would do that and say, "The fucking guy ain't saying nothing back to me." I owned him, Eddie Bravo. I owned him.
You knew specific guys to send him to, but
Yeah.
for nothing.
But for nothing. The guys weren't getting high. I would go over and scratch your nose twice. They'll give you the package. I went over there and scratched my nose. He didn't give me nothing. I'm back in my room. "You fucked up. You got nothing tonight." So I would find out and I'd call him back and go, "Okay, you're meeting Eddie. All right, you're going to meet him over by the statue. How long? 30 minutes. And he'd go, "You know, it's snowing out. I don't give a fuck. You got to meet him outside." I'd put him out there in the fucking snow in Cincinnati, Ohio, in the dead of the winter on a Friday night
Just get his fix.
to go get his fix. He'd be calling me 45 minutes later. He's not coming. He's not coming. Where are you? Go to the thing and wave your arm. I would tell him to wave his arms. Then I'd hang up the phone and not answer the phone the rest of the night. He'd call the house 80 times. This is before cell phones. He'd call the house 80 times. "Where are you? Pick it up, you fuck." Chino never showed. There was no Chino. I just told him that. I just made up the fucking name in my head. Poor Bobby, dog. Finally, he called on. He was like, "I can't take it no more."
He never can miss a single lead. Never once led me to some fucking coke.
You could hook him up a couple times.
You what?
The Armenian, I mean,
Yeah, good
you
point.
have a
Good
couple
point.
legit
You're right.
hookups.
Yeah, he's got
to
some
keep
wins.
going.
That's why you got to give him
Yeah.
something. You can't
You
run
gotta
him
give
out the
him
whole
something.
fucking
All
time.
Every fourth one, you give it to
You got to give him fucking something. You know.
Like,
I was telling these guys a while ago, I used to shake this Chinese restaurant.
Oh my god.
The first walk Chinese restaurant. What happened was I got turned on to Ron. Ron was like a player. He bought neon from my friend. And he had this big lounge. So one day I went to Ron. I go, Ron, let's do a comedy show. You know, this is 94, dog. I had 8 minutes of comedy. And he goes, well, what budget? What budget? I go, give me 3 bills. I'll pay the headliner 100, the other guy 50, and I'll keep the rest, right? We do the show. This guy makes $3,000 at the bar.
oh, really?
Eddie, he's never made more than 200 at the bar, selling Mai Tais and shit. This guy kept calling me, Joey, when we do it again? When we do it again? So now, you know me and my cocaine line. Every time I see him, I just make up a name. Who you want to see, Richard Pryor? Yeah, I will see Richard Pryor. Give me 300. Let me call his manager right now. And I'll get him here next Friday. And he'll do it. Really? You should. And I did this to this guy for 6 or 7 months. Every week I see him and I go, give me 300. Bill Cosby's coming. Well, Richard Pryor, no come. What happened to Richard Pryor? Listen, Richard Pryor came, but you weren't here. Remember when you went to New Jersey for? Yeah, he was here. He was nobody tell me. Oh, I had this guy. I was playing him like a fucking fiddle dog.
Oh.
I was having a great time with this guy until one day he finally goes, nobody's gonna fucking show up.
Yeah.
And he finally goes, I ain't giving you no more fucking.
Oh, yeah.
How great would Chinese food be?
Right now,
Yeah.
if they delivered.
I love those rooms. All those Mexicans got it too.
The what?
Free margaritas, all you can eat.
Where?
Whatever the rooms were.
In a Felipe's room?
Yeah.
Those guys?
Felipe's rooms, yeah. You
Well,
eat
that
like your ass off. And make like $25-$50.
Years ago.
Yeah, they were great. Get loaded.
They give you little tacos at the bar. I go down, they give you
They were
40
drunk
bucks.
Mexican girls. I didn't know how to appreciate it back then.
No,
It was too much for me.
I would go down there and just bomb on principle. But those rooms were fun, man.
Yeah.
They make you, it's better than just sitting at the store waiting for spots some nights. Some nights you got to fucking go down there and they don't even laugh at you. They didn't want us to know fucking white people. That one room changed names so many fucking times.
The Brave Bull.
No, that was Rudy Moreno's room. The one Felipe had with Willie, where they got shot at.
Oh,
Fucking-
what?
Somebody threw a knife at somebody.
That's where Magic got
Carter.
chased. Magic got chased. They jumped him over a fence.
Yeah, they don't like fake Mexicans down there. Nothing. Those were-
What? Why would you go do comedy there?
Because it's $50 on a Wednesday.
Yeah, you have to, I guess.
But
But no, it's pretty good though. It's like a real. Usually, it's a good show.
There were good
They
shows,
drive you out there.
depending on who was hosting.
Yeah,
You know, those shows were great.
Jeff Garcia was there a lot.
If you were the first 3 comics to go up in those bar-ass shows, you were great. Anything after that, they're fucking hammered. The Lakers lost.
And Willie Barcena.
Willie Barcena would do an hour and a half in those fucking things.
That was the first I ever saw that he would be like, "Hey, you might have seen Carlos Mencia do this joke, but it's my joke, so I can do it. No, I can do it." And then he was like, "Like, then he did this joke."
So he would go up on stage and torment Carlos Mencia.
Talk about everybody
Oh my God, he'd talk about
on
everybody.
stage.
And then he'd smack you.
It was great.
He smacked a couple people down there. He broke somebody's nose and shit. He got banned from the Laugh Factory. He broke somebody's nose at the Laugh.
No way, really?
Yeah, you can't step in the Laugh Factory, Willie.
Oh,
The Comedy Store either. Itchy banned him at the Comedy Store. What's the matter? There's nothing in your water, unless I'm a fucking octopus. What happened to that head?
I don't know what happened to it.
We
It's gone. Yeah,
I told
we must
you.
have made that.
Me, you, and Eddie ate it. Eddie, what's wrong with your feet? You're worse than me, cocksucker. You're looking good, Eddie.
You're like Gollum.
42 years old. Look at you. You got
45.
45, looking smooth. You're looking like Metallica when they came back from rehab. Remember they were all Reload. How bad was Metallica, dog? 20 years ago. First time I heard that shit, I didn't even know what the fuck I was listening to.
They cut the hair. They had a country song on that album. It's called Load.
What?
And the single was Until It Sleeps. But they got the same shit for the album before the Black Album. Everyone thought they sold out I'll never forget my friend James telling me that, he heard the new Metallica song, which was Enter Sandman.
Yeah.
And I like the older Metallica. I was young. I was like 18, 19.
The old and fast Metallica.
James goes, dude, it sounds like fucking AC/DC. And I'm like, no, Metallica sounds like AC/DC now. And he goes, yes. Oh my God. And then you hear that Sandman. Like, it is like AC/DC. Never was into that song. But the Black Album does have some great shit. Like Sad But True. I gave up. Once I heard Enter Sandman, I'm like, fuck Metallica. I was done.
I'm a sad but true type of guy too. That's a badass
but you know,
fucking
then Unforgiven ended up growing on me, and that's a classic. And Nothing Else Matters. That's a ballad, but it's a classic. But I remember being an FM station here in the Valley to see a Kiss cover band, and in between bands, they play music, and they played Sad But True, and I was right by the fucking PA, and that so crank. I thought, holy shit. This motherfucking song is good. Come on, Sad But True.
No,
you can't deny that.
Start at the beginning. Start at the beginning. That's a fuking jam.
I gave up on that album. That song pulled me back in. That song said, "Oh shit, I gotta go back in."
Yeah, let's go. This is deep, dog.
This is one of their
really
best.
Yeah, I love this jam. Monday mornings is one of my favorite jams.
There you go.
Break this motherfucker loose. It's the church of what's happening now, cocksucker. Sunday night. Christopher Columbus, you bad motherfucker. 1-2, Eddie Bravo on the mic. Ari Shafir giggling.
Yo.
I'm drooling.
Wait, that's it?
Here we go.
There we go. Oh, all right.
Oh,
yeah, I remember this.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's heavy as fuck.
Here we go, people. It's starting right now.
Yo, here we go now. Hit it, Joey.
Let's pull you back in. Heavy.
The chorus is strong as fuck.
Turn the light off. Here we go. Turn this fuck. Crank that shit. Pilot the Bombardier. Pilot the Bombardier. Oh shit.
Hit it, Joey.
Who you texting, Lisa? I'm Periscope. You're Periscope. Who the fuck you Periscope, cocksucker? She's better than you, huh? Want another star at that? What'd you do with that half a hitter? Say, I'm gonna give some shout outs. Keep the music playing, cocksuckers. Oh shit. Michael Marcy, Sierra Realty, Tommy P, David Martinez, Nick Manzarella, Dola, whatever your fucking name is. My main man, Balthazar, Leo Costa, Dennis Pearson over there in Boston, the girl Wonder, Shake Those Titties, Water Boxer, and my main man, Jordan Lee, who came out for the fucking This Is Not Happening Again. Here we go, Ari Shafir. It's time to see the devil, cocksucker. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You bad motherfucker. Columbus Day.
What up, Bobby? James Bond?
I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
Oh.
Oh, my God. Put the light back on. We're all right. Oh my God.
A Metallica moment.
That was a nice Metallica moment. What do you think? Was she order cheeseburgers?
Sure.
How many cheeseburgers did you eat right now, Lisa?
I don't know.
Want to eat another star?
Sure.
I know you do. Look at this.
Sure. You got him hooked.
He don't give a fuck, Lisa. We're already down to like 500 milligrams.
How much do you eat a day, Lee? Just those. Another
Or you
Lee.
need most,
Another
get
Lee.
as much as I can.
If you ate
You
two
just don't
more,
know.
3 more, it would just burn through. Even if you ate 2 and 3 more, this burns right through.
Bro, I have like,
You don't even feel it. You don't
no,
even feel
like
it.
the 2 I have, I don't even feel. This is
You
acid.
don't feel it. This is everything gets overpowered.
Because he gives me fucking.
I'm telling you, I'll give you 2
400,
more. It'll
500
burn
milligrams.
right through it. This is what you need in an hour to take you off the jet. Put on David Bowie,
What?
Ground Control to Major Tom.
Ground control.
Let's do this motherfucker right now and shit. If we're gonna go deep, let's go deep into. Eddie, you want to start?
Oh, no.
How are you gonna come up with a twist?
Play that song.
Fucking
Play
flicking
that
through the air.
Yeah, I'm
You
good.
want to know the start, dog? It's time.
No.
Yes. One more to tame the animal. Look at you.
Hey, what animal?
The
Okay,
animal
fine,
inside
I'll
of you. Look at you. You're a fucking savage. Ground control to Major Tom. 6, 5.
Yeah, that's the whole crazy beginning part too, right?
No, it's fucking craziness, man.
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Oh.
What time? It's still fucking early.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, man.
2:15 in the afternoon.
You can
Let
still
your
go.
helmet on.
You can still go out and fucking do what you're doing. I appreciate you guys sitting in. We're just 3 fucking morons talking shit on a Sunday night. What else are you gonna do?
This is it.
This is as good as it gets for you.
You guys doing shows on Sunday nights now? Is that the thing?
No. Just tonight. It's Columbus Day tomorrow. Dog. There's no work. What the fuck?
Okay.
People at home, they can't fucking sleep. They're sitting there with the thumb up their ass.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you just gotta sit around. This is it.
Joey.
Oh shit. You're freaking me out for Eddie Bob. I thought it was the person I was looking at on Twitter and shit. That was twisted. Put your helmet on, cocksucker. We're going deep tonight. Oh. What's the story? We're gonna eat this other half or what?
No.
We're going deep. We're not going out.
That's too far.
We do what?
That's so much far.
You who?
I'm good. I'm fine. I'm fucking good.
Me too.
Put your helmet on.
Ground control. Who was that? Who sings that song?
David Bowie.
David Bowie.
Where the fuck you been? Put it back on. Where you sound? He's about to go off. Put it on from the beginning of the year.
Be with you.
This is
Really? Oh, no, wait.
No, sorry.
I'm laughing with you, solely. We don't fuck around. We go deep here.
Wow. But
There's people in other countries that are wishing they
I
had
had
a
to play
star.
for Enterprises.
They're sitting there fucking.
He did that star like Mad Max ate the salamander. Oh, just trying to get out of his mouth. And he's like, sucking it down. Too little.
That star was delicious. They're really delicious. You sure don't want to go there? Good.
I don't know.
This will take the edge. Are you ready for half of one of these problems?
Half of what?
A star.
No. I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
My fucking ear swelling is going down a little bit.
Where's your beer smelling from? The pool?
I fucking told you from jumping in. It's even hot right now. It's fucking on fire.
Uh-huh.
Last night I took one of those 4-year-old vitamins. I fell asleep like a bitch. Then I got, what are you eating over there, Lee? You still eating that fucking salamander?
It's not even whether or not he wants to go down with it. Try to spit it back
We
up.
don't give a fuck no more.
Oh, my God.
Lisa's so
I don't have a choice. It
Lisa,
just
you
takes
have
the
choices.
arguments away.
What do you think this is? Communist Castro here? You got
Yeah, bro,
choices.
it's like 30 minutes and I wanted to say no, and then I feel bad, and then they go on Twitter.
What do you say?
You just, it's
He said
easier to
give
take
more
edible.
stars. He said give more stars. That's what he said.
Oh,
Where's ground control of Major Tom? What happened?
Ground control.
What happened to Major? What happened to Major
What was that
Tom?
about?
What?
That song.
Put it on from the beginning and we'll break it down here.
It's gotta be about drugs.
Go ahead, Lee, put it on.
Space is always used as the taking it off and blasting off. Isn't it always used as a metaphor?
I don't know.
Drugs.
Yeah, probably, right? Which one?
It could be about, you know what? It might be about nothing. There's some singers that write about nothing. They're just putting cool phrases together, and it's really about nothing. And I think David Bowie might be one of those guys.
No way. Really?
Sometimes.
What?
I think.
Just like didn't even read anything?
There's bands out there.
What are you doing?
Low, Lee, Lou.
There's bands out there that
Low.
they write
We're gonna
songs,
talk
they
over.
write a bunch of cool
Go ahead, keep up.
songs. It's not really
Up,
about it.
up.
And they do it on purpose.
To fuck with their audience?
No, just to show you that it's all about the melody. It's not what you say, really. That's the icing on the
Like
cake.
that REM
It's
song?
really-
Like that REM song?
I don't know about REM. I don't know.
No, you know the one where it's like,
What's REM got to do with this
Do
conversation?
you know which one?
Eddie, tell me like,
Stairway to Heaven. That's,
yeah,
you like that song, right?
yeah.
What's that song?
So you're saying that was just about nothing. That's them just saying,
No,
Hey,
yeah,
Bravo, get in the mic.
the melody.
No, it could be about something, but you don't know what it's
I
about.
don't know what it's about.
No one knows it's
No,
about.
I hear what you're
but
saying.
people love it because of the melodies.
Yeah.
It's not really if the words are making sense. Just the lines sound cool, and within the line, does it make sense? It doesn't. There's really there's no story to it. There's a lot of songs like that. You just name. I know
We didn't
80%
start
of the
the fire.
songs.
That's the REM song. We didn't start the fire.
What is that about?
I know nothing. That's what I'm saying. Nothing. He's just saying some stuff.
Ooh.
He's just rhyming some stuff. And he's like, right,
Cool.
right.
Oh, I love those lyrics. I love them because meanwhile,
He's not about anything.
it's just a stream of consciousness.
Play
Yeah.
the maracas. You hear the maracas? Is it me?
Happens a lot.
Oh.
You understand that?
And then you give him more power when you're a little fucking 14-year-old.
You let them relate those phrases to their life, and that's supposedly, in the music business, I think it's better that your audience doesn't know exactly what you're singing about. That's actually better.
Oh,
so
really?
that they can kind of just make up their own shit. And then, once you tell them the truth and they've grown up thinking a certain way about the song, it's actually, how about lyrics that you thought they were saying, you find out they weren't saying that at all?
Yeah.
And that was a cool line that you gave them credit for the lyrics, and it turns out it's a whole different line. So
Ricky Miss, my friend.
all that means is about the vocal melody. It's not
Yeah, they just
totally
get people
about
involved in
the
the
lyrics are extra. The lyrics are great too, and that's a bonus. But you don't have to know what the song is
How many
about.
songs are like that?
Pick out all your songs and try to figure out if you really, really know what that song's about.
How about the one with it's about baptism or whatever?
I love that song "Cherub Rock" by Smashing Pumpkins.
What song is that?
I have no
Yeah.
idea what it's about. I love the
Cherub
song.
Rock.
I don't know what the song's about. I love that song. Tonight, I really don't know what.
It's about tonight. Tonight.
Yeah.
Can't be about tomorrow.
That's a good point.
Today,
It's about tonight.
today.
Yeah, I don't know what those songs are
You
about.
don't. If you stop to think about it, most of the songs you love, you don't know what the fuck they're
No,
about.
what? That's
You
what
don't.
makes them interesting.
You don't know what they're about.
But
Really.
Judas Priest sang. He was
Yeah.
singing,
I thought he was
fucking
singing to
Light It
the
Up.
devil or something at least.
No, he wasn't singing to the devil. He was singing to cock.
What?
Same devil. He's a different fucking outfit.
Name a couple of your favorite songs. Any of them. Just the songs that you like. Just any song.
That Led Zeppelin song where they go,
Do you know what that song's about?
No?
Of course.
We come from the land of the ice.
Is that one of your favorite songs? Okay, give me another one of your favorite songs. Give me another one. Name one of your favorite songs. Name one of your favorite songs. I'm like a magician. I bet you don't know. Most people think they know.
It's made up thing.
Yeah, most people think they don't realize that they don't know what these songs are about.
What?
Some of them, yes. Some of them, if you're obsessed with the band, you listen to interviews and they ask, what's the song about? And then they might say in the interview, what's the song about this and that. Those songs, there are songs out there, but you got to hear it from the songwriter in the interview. If you don't hear it from him, like Ricky Live, that guy will introduce a song, say, this song's about my sister and, how hard it was growing up with no parents, Then you go, okay, then you remember that shit. Okay, that's that one song. But if you didn't hear him talk about it, you would never know what the song's
It's like
about.
if you go to a hotel and some dude goes up there playing song. This is about a song I wrote when my mama was in the hospital. Who gives a fuck?
They sing playing that song.
Yeah.
You get,
Don't ruin it for me.
you get 200 a night. Just fucking play. God bless.
Play the melody.
Lenny Kravitz once said that he doesn't, or was it, no, I think it was Seal. Seal said he doesn't want people. He doesn't want to explain. Seal. Hey, Seal's a talented motherfucker. Come on. Come on. Seal's talented. Come on.
Lenny Kravitz, I would have listened to him. Fuck the other one song.
He had some good shit. Crazy,
Wait,
song
yeah.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, crazy. The one that's so annoying.
Yeah, but he speaks to everybody. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. The Batman song. The Batman song.
He's still showing up singing that fucking song on that one.
The Batman song sucked.
Wow.
But on that album, there was some good shit. He had some good fucking shit. From albums, I'd way rather listen to Seal, first two Seal albums than like the shit that's out now. You know, like
did you get this from fucking Doctor yet? They want you to shit in an envelope. Did you get this from SAG yet? Any problem? This one, you know you got problems.
Why did you bring this into the office?
Because I just remembered. This is what I got to do with my life. This is what my life
Where's
is.
put his gummies?
Huh?
why do we talk about lyrics?
Sample deposit. Right here, yeah.
How do we get on that?
I don't know. I'm just trying to tell you people that this is what happens sometimes. This is what you get in the mail now from SAG. UCLA Burley Pathology.
Yeah.
All right? They'll just send you this when you're 45 and they say you got to shit in one of these.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Right here. You got to shit in this little fucking paper.
Is that for SAG?
Yeah, this is from SAG. You got to shit.
Wait, what?
You think I'm fucking with you guys here?
What is that for?
I'm trying to drop knowledge on you motherfuckers. When you turn a certain age, you got to shit in the glass. The first time, and you have to send it to a doctor. They pay this guy like $12 an hour to analyze your shit. Jose
What?
Diaz, see? I got to send this in. I got to shit.
What? Hold on. They send you
Yeah,
the
see?
stuff at home?
I didn't shit in it yet.
You shit's way better than that.
What? And you're supposed to shit here and send it back to
When
them?
you turn a certain age, you're going to get a call one day.
What do you
when
mean? Just
drive.
send us stuff?
Be careful what kind of shit you put in there. Make sure it's some good healthy shit.
Who do you think
Who
you're
are you sending
Listen,
stuff
I'm gonna eat
to?
some fucking good Chinese food, some salads. I'm going to fuck them up. All right, you get a call from Kaiser Permanente. They're
So
saying,
you did-
Ari Shafir, here's the deal. You got to fucking pontificate. What's another word for shit? What's the decent word for shit? Pontificate or something like that? You got to do something. Defecate and
Yeah.
send it to us. You're like, what are you talking? I thought it was a joke.
No way.
And they
No
sent me this, and
way.
my wife was like,
No
get that from
way.
there. You got to shit in the cup.
What do you mean? They can't collect your fecal
And
matter.
they tell you what's
What
going
are you
on with you.
talking
If you're
about?
half a Martian,
What
what
makes
kind of vegetables you're
they're
eating.
processing you?
Does Brad Pitt have to do that?
No, what is this?
Everybody does this.
What
You
is
send it to
this? Have you heard of
UCLA.
this?
No.
Pathology
understand
outreach
it now.
services.
I see it.
Everybody.
I think you might have got gypped.
No, the prison psychiatrist told me I was going to get this in the mail.
Wait.
Fucking
Wait.
collect stool per sample, collections instruction. Read that out loud. You think I'm fucking with you? Let's break that up. I love you guys too much. Someday when you guys get old, you're going to see that they send you this shit.
No, wait. Is this because of prison or is this because
No, it's because of fucking just being old. That's what you got to start doing when you turn fucking 40 and 50.
sampling bottle
Look at this. I'm
absorbent
getting emails
pad?
on a Sunday night. Weezer music video.
It's a plastic bag.
I told you. I ain't fucking lying to you. Read that out loud. Read that out loud. Humiliation when you get old. This shit. What?
They mail you at home to disturb you.
They bother
They
you.
collect your
They
shit.
give you this.
Are you gonna shit in that?
You have to. You have no choice. They'll bother you till you shit in that fucking thing. They will call you every
Do it
day.
on the podcast.
No, I'm not going to shit that thing on the podcast. Because I ate a Cuban
Imagine the
sandwich.
ratings.
No, I ate a Cuban sandwich for dinner.
Come on, you gotta
Who
shit
wants it?
on the
Who
podcast.
wants to smoke a joint? I got
Who
another joint.
wants your shit?
The fucking UCLA. How many times I got to tell you? OC auto package. When you turn fucking 45, you got to shit in the package, answering your questions about
How
correctable.
do they know it's your shit?
Because
What if you
no.
put like a 20-year-old shit in there?
All right. What are the risk factors for cholesterol cancer? Age, people with inflammatory bowel disease or Crohn's disease. A personal history of cholesterol cancer or
They're gonna make you
cholesterol.
videotape it
What happened?
with no edits, no cuts.
What is the cholesterol
They
cancer? I
want to
don't know
see
what the
the
fuck they're saying
shit
in here.
get sealed.
These people send you this shit that's a skate. You know, 1 minute you're walking down the street smoking a joint.
For the mail, Joey. That's some sort of weird scam.
What mail? No, this is fucking SAG. I got a call.
That could be a joke. This
is
could
that?
be. You,
Guys, I ain't fucking with you.
They can't collect your
I'm saying someone's probably fucking with you.
They collect your fecal matters. Who does?
SAG and
The
shit.
insurance takes your shit.
Yes.
How do they know it's your shit?
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the park and put a dog shit in there, fuck with their mind. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
They gotta take-
Put the
they-
dog, put some,
Where do they put
put
it?
a horse shit in there.
When you go to the doctor and he puts his finger up your ass, they take the scrapings and they send that to the sample too. You got a finger up your ass.
So who do they send it to?
They send it to some guy.
You can tell a lot about
the
this.
He
research
pays
facility?
$15 an hour, and he
That's
checks.
not
His,
enough.
And every 5 years, listen, when you turn 50, you got to go for a colonoscopy. You got to drink a milkshake, pee for 16 hours, and they shove a camera up your fucking
That's
ass.
coming for all of us.
That's for everybody's got to go.
We all
A
want.
third of us are going to get that Terry Bradshaw disease.
What, retarded?
No,
Which one?
the one with the skin falls off.
Terry Bradshaw, skin's falling off.
Yeah, one of those
Leprosy.
guys. Joe Namath. Joe Namath and Terry Bradshaw.
That's leprosy.
No. It's like leprosy, though.
Is that still around? Leprosy?
I don't
That's the worst fucking disease.
No one can even help you.
Look up
to
this
touch
guy.
you.
Yeah,
I'm hungry, but I don't want to eat these stars.
that's one vaccine.
That's what happens. I
I've
used to get so
all-
high, I just eat. You got Pringles?
No, I'm saying instead of just collecting stars in your place, get some Pringles once in a while.
What fucking
Get something
Pringles?
non-medicated to eat.
Look at the size of me.
For
I need
once.
Pringles in my fucking life, cocksucker. I need Pringles in my life. Why are you insulting me here? That's not any
We
problem.
can take a pause. We can pause it and go.
What pause? There's no pauses in real life. What are you doing?
There's no pauses in real life.
There's no pauses in real life. We ain't fucking around here. We ain't editing podcast.
I thought you went from the joint.
We'll figure it out. We got that.
That's a t-shirt right there.
Communist. What's up? Ari? You want another piece of this shit? Or
No.
you good?
Yes.
Oh my God! Look at the shape of Ari. Oh shit!
It's really strong.
Huh?
It's strong as fuck.
Let's periscope this shit, Ari.
No, I'm just having a good time.
Me too. Me too. Oh my God! I don't even want to look at my eyeballs. I'm scared. I don't want to talk to nobody. I just want to sit here and look around the room. Eddie Bravo, I'm happy you came down.
Hey, anytime. I love it, man. And I just want to tell you that most of the 10th Planet Association worships you. They love you.
Oh, I love them
10WO. Everybody on the 10WO loves you.
I love them too. I love them.
There's got to be 10 Planet fans still showing up to all
All the shows.
all of them, right?
All the shows.
Yeah.
You see a 10th Planet shirt, it does something to you. You see a lot of guys that come and go, I
There's
don't
some
want
good
to take
designs
your
too.
time.
There's some you're like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they really are. It's my
Every
fu-
school designs their own
Design
rash
flair.
guards, and I got like 55 or something like that, and they're
Different
all
schools.
competing on design.
What's your story? You gonna turn the air
Really?
conditioner on? You're gonna have
You know,
Birds are high as
I
ever.
benefit because I don't think anybody has as many cool rash guards as I do. I have a shit load of badass rash guards for my schools. And I have nothing to do. I'll rip off a little part of that design here. I'll rip off a little part of that design here. A little of that. Make my own. It's a trade-off. They're using the logo. I'm using their designs.
And jiu-jitsu is rolling right along.
Yep. I got, like I said, 55 schools. If you're interested in jiu-jitsu, get on 10planetjj.com, click locations. You might be surprised to find a location near you. Most of my locations are in small towns. Small towns.
55
Something like that. I'm not sure. Could be 51, could be 59. Could
for
be,
one.
yeah.
This is what Duncan sends me. He's watching.
Oh, shit. Let me see that. Let me see that.
What's going on with that?
Oh, shit. That's a D, right? I can't see because my
Nigga, bitch, got a big mouth.
Are you allowed to put that on the camera?
He's shaped like Bobby Lee.
Oh my God.
What is that?
My God. Please help them.
Look at them.
What was it? The fucking award of the night goes to Duncan Truss. Nobody says nobody is unless they're a professional. Oh my God. Duncan, you suck dick. Oh my God. Oh. You have to watch this from the beginning.
What is that monkey thing?
I don't fucking know what it is.
Oh, man.
Oh god, 20 seconds.
It's like some kind of monkey thing.
Oh my God.
It's so weird.
Only Duncan. would fucking
He's
find
like a
that.
Ukrainian man in his how he's naked.
Text number. Text Duncan.
Joe, look at the camera.
What's up,
Look
cocksuckers?
at the camera.
Text Duncan the number to call in. All right, text the number.
Is this him? Wait.
Don't say the number
I'm
out.
not going to. I'm not going to.
Cocksucker. That's him who texted me that video.
Okay. Okay.
Send him the number so you can call in. Tell him to call in 2 minutes.
Okay.
We got to discuss where he got this video, who sent him this video, and why he would send me that video if he knew the condition I was in.
You really got down on it.
Oh my fucking God. You text him?
Not yet. I have to get.
He looked like a hedgehog. He looked like a hedgehog the way he was hunched
I'm
over.
loving this people. I haven't done this
The amount of
times.
buff hair he had.
This is
A lot of
as
buff
crazy
hair.
as I like for it to get in my world. I'm controlled. I'm around friends.
Wait, that was a lot of buff hair though, right?
That was the creepiest fucking thing I ever saw in my life. Only Duncan could find that. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was some guy singing. I thought it was Duncan making a video of himself saying like, whoa.
I'm just testing it. Keep going.
Texting what?
I'm testing it.
Oh my God.
Are you sending it to him so that he can put it on the screen?
I don't know what.
Are we allowed to? Are you allowed to?
It's a
put it up?
YouTube video, I guess.
But he's naked. It's on YouTube. No way. It's YouTube.
Who was it? Who was
Okay,
that?
but he was naked, right?
Who was it? Where did the video come from? Who has the video? What is it? What do you mean?
What the fuck? Put the video on. Let's see the video on the big screen.
It's on your phone.
Well, you can send it to yourself. You know all these computer fucking tricks.
Okay, let me try. Hold on.
Here, text Duncan. Tell
I'm
him,
gonna text him. Hold on.
tell him to call in the number.
Who knows?
FCC is going to come after you for putting this up on
For doing what?
for putting this up online.
I'm not gonna put it up online. It's not me. It's some fucking little kid dancing around with a bush. That's got nothing to
He
do
looks
with it.
like a monkey, that kid. What is
Oh my God, that's the scariest thing ever. I didn't know what it was. Like I thought it was Duncan trying to put a flashlight in front of his face, trying to go, ooh. Boy, was I in fucking shock. Lee, what are you doing?
I'm
Son?
text him.
One day beards on your genitalia are going to be back.
Beard,
One day that's
full
going to
beard.
be. One of these days, girls are going to be attracted to that again.
Just a mess of hair.
The hairiest bush ever.
Somebody has to be now, right? There's got to be a.
Beards are in. Beards are in. They're officially in. High school kids have beards now.
I've never cut my ball hair. I mean, I've done it like 15 times in my life.
You what?
Cut my ball hair.
Cut your bald hair?
Ball hair. That is the
Oh,
funniest
cut your
fucking
bald
thing
hair.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have ever seen.
Do you?
Yeah, I trim that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Look, I'm a hairy man.
All right,
Really?
Duncan's on the line, ladies
I
and
trim the
gentlemen.
shit out of my shit.
All right, Duncan's on the line.
I'm like a
Duncan's on-
half Armenian, half Iranian.
Duncan, what the fuck is that video? Who is that?
Nobody
knows, man. Nobody knows.
Oh my God.
Can you tweet it out so people can see?
Oh,
That comes from that actually comes from Brendan Walsh. He's got a friend named Laser Wang that sends him that stuff every day. Like the creepiest, weirdest shit.
That didn't look like a person. What was that? That looked like a thick fucking hedgehog.
That's a
Oh my
person for sure. That's just some little guy
He's
that's
little.
alone in his apartment dancing for someone. Too bad you can't show it.
that is fucking. We almost died.
Show it.
Let's try to.
You're gonna go to
Let's see what
jail.
happens.
It's so weird looking.
We'll do 20 fucking.
Oh yeah, there's naked guys in it.
Yeah, no, you can't be doing that shit. These people.
I'm sorry, I know what's going on, and I just felt like God wanted me to send that to you.
I think it's disgusting, man.
I can't even focus in on what video site he's on.
What was that music? That's it. What's my hair?
This is just
He's really kicking it up.
America. This is really fucking bad. This is bad to think that people do this.
You guys should stare at your money. That's another thing I like to do when I'm
What the fuck? You should have came down here. I'm telling you. Right now, you would have been the ringleader of this fucking acid trip here.
You stare at a dollar bill. It's so weird.
All right, who's got a dollar bill? Let's put it to a test. I got no dollar bills. I know Lee's got a dollar bill. Do you have to turn the lights off or say some hymns or anything?
No, just look at it.
All right.
look at it with a veil of conditioning lifted. It's fucking weird. I mean, I would stare. I remember doing that once. Me and my friend actually like burnt money once, like old school hippies.
Really?
Just because we were staring at it and it seemed so, I don't know, just so malevolent.
You know me, Doug.
Yeah, to burn money. It's so fucking bad.
Yeah, it's like the ultimate blasphemy, but it's meaningless. It's just a rectangle of paper, but it's when you're doing it, it's illegal too, I think. But when you're doing it, it's really fascinating to notice how your brain reacts to just burning paper.
Huh. It's very interesting. What else is going on, my brother?
Well, I don't know, man. I've been watching your podcast, really enjoying it. You guys seem to be having a great time, and I just wanted to call in and say hello. I wish I had something interesting to report.
Doug, that fucking thing that you sent was enough. You threw us for a fucking loop. That thing, that's wanted in 20 states. That little dance from that fucking old Mexican guy.
It's so fucking hilarious. I'll send you some more stuff.
No, not tonight. Not tonight. Any other night but tonight. My mind is overloaded already with that poor bastard singing with a bush. I love you, D.
I love you guys.
Thank you for calling
Have
in,
fun
brother.
tonight.
You
Bye.
got it. What's up, Ari Shafir? How long are you going to look at that dollar bill now? For an hour?
I don't know.
Jesus.
Anything? Maybe money was meant to be looked at on acid.
Yeah, maybe.
That's an old one.
What's that?
An old dollar bill.
What difference does it make? You think
I don't know.
It's gonna you got a new one on you?
No. Oh,
Look at that. Ari's not even going to give you the old one.
that's fine.
What's the
Yeah,
matter?
can you get that dollar back? You know, never met me.
What's the matter, Lee? You all right?
I'm cool.
You want another star to calm you down?
Sure.
No. He's a savage and shit. A nation of fucking savage. What's up, EB? You're sitting there, you got a new haircut. You don't want to say nothing. When is Eddie Brown Radio coming back? We're coming back as a new fucking label.
It'll come back eventually. It's just, man, there's been so much shit going on in my life. You know, it's needed to take a little break from it.
It gets busy. Sunday nights is a bad night for me,
Yeah.
too. It's family night. You're in, you're relaxing. Now I got to get up at 9 o'clock and go talk shit for 2 fucking hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love it when you're doing this shit.
But I have put out a couple songs on my SoundCloud lately. Last week I put out an old song by Temple Amir. It was never released. It was a song that I never put out there, but I always wanted to finish it. And Billy Howardo from Perfect Circle, he engineered it, and we took all her old vocals and redid the drums, the bass, a lot of the strings, left a lot of the guitar that from the original, and just popped it on SoundCloud.com/Eddie-Bravo. If you like any of that old Temple Amir stuff, you'll dig this one. It's in the same vein. It's I think it's better than all that other stuff, especially now with the high quality production. So now this is the way Temple Amir was supposed to sound, just like this.
Who's better than you?
It's better than you.
Where's that Cuban sandwich got?
In the car. It's gone.
Fucking, you leave it in the car. It smells like
You brought me over there and you gave it to me there.
Angela, that's what the Italian people say. Angela.
What's angina?
I don't know.
Agita.
Angela.
Agita.
What does that mean?
Heartburn.
Oh,
What do the Jews call it?
I don't know.
They got something. What do they call heartburn when they get agita? Fucking Jews get agita. They call it something.
Heartburn?
I don't know.
It's called a burp. What's going on, Lee? You starting to see elephants?
Sure.
You ready to smoke another number?
That'll calm it down?
Huh?
That'll calm it down?
Sure. I'll calm the dragon down for a little while. He's going to show up on your door breathing again in 2 hours. What's up, Ari? Everybody's depressed and everybody's pooped out. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not. You got any new moves and stuff?
New moves?
Yeah.
Can you show Lee a move tonight? Show Lee.
What's like the
Your biggest
how far
fucking
it's gone now?
It's always evolving, right?
Yeah.
It's always changing. It's just like asking a comedian, do you have new material?
What are the trends now? Like,
We got into leg locks heavy.
really?
10th Planet has always been leg lock friendly. I just didn't want to be heavy on heel hooks. Like that's our main goal is to fuck you up with legs. I never wanted to go that route because
It's
in
such an easy.
MMA, it's risky in MMA. It's great when there's no punches. It's awesome. But Now with the rise of the submission only game, and that, man, you got to have your leg locks together if you're gonna mess with any submission only tournaments.
Why? They just keep trying to get
The
it.
legs are a very big part of submission only.
Yeah.
And not a big part of traditional points tournaments. So submission only is
Oh,
blowing
really?
the fuck up. There's all these tournaments busting up everywhere. People,
Submission only. That's it.
no points.
Well, yeah. What are we talking about?
Jokes, that's it.
Yeah, I like that.
So you asked the question: what's the latest evolution over the
Yeah,
last 6
yeah.
months? Leg locks,
Okay.
getting really, really heavy with leg locks. Just as heavy as rubber guard. Just as heavy as all the lockdown stuff. Just
Really?
as heavy as all the twister stuff. That heavy. We're
Wow.
taking it to the next level. And it used to be in 10 Planet. We always had heel hook guys. We always had guys that were all into heel hooks. And even though personally I wasn't gonna make the heel hook game my number one priority, it was always my backup game when my clinching game wasn't working. But
You always call those other guys in too. With Shigeki and stuff, you'd be like, "Hey, show
yes,
this, show this. We're gonna."
exactly. We always had a few leg lock guys in the mix. There's always a few. Shigeki was the original guy who was getting the inside heel hooks from the saddle. But now everybody in the system from day one, the white belts, they're all exposed, heavily
Really?
exposed to the heel hook system. So
Yeah.
that's the biggest change.
Okay.
And it's changed my game tremendously. Sometimes I just go after heel hooks the whole time. I never did that before.
Really?
And now I'm just going after them. And, if you're really good at rubber guard, that means your flexibility is on point and your dexterity is also, it's got to be solid. So that's exactly what's needed for leg locks. You need dexterity in your legs, the flexibility to get in and out and interweave. They need to work like arms. So rubber guard and heel hooks go together so well. Nathan Orchard, he's all rubber guard hooks, and he's got other stuff too, but he's very strong with just those two. And same thing with Brian Dabbs. He's one of my purple belts from, he's a head instructor at 10 Planet Beaumont, Texas. He's all rubber guard and heel hooks. It works so well
Getting
together.
closer, Eddie, getting closer.
When people pull out of your rubber guard, if they posture out, it fails, bam, you got a good leg lock game. It's right there, boom. You can't clinch with the rubber guard, start attacking the legs then. Or go after them right away. That's the biggest change in the 10 Planet game is now we're all happy with it. Now it's standard. We have heel hooks in the warm-up curriculum.
Really?
Yeah, I have white belts that are really good at heel hooks already. That's the biggest change lately,
Now they legal or not legal competition?
In some tournaments they're not legal. On the big ones, IBJJF, like the big ones, the traditional ones, heel hooks are illegal. You can't even reap. You can't even bring your outside leg in and you get disqualified. It's really
Why? 'Cause it's so easy to get injured.
that's what they say, but it's really not.
Which is the one to tap? You're already injured. Is that the one?
That's what they say.
That when you tap, you're already injured.
That's all bullshit. That's all bullshit. It's like your shoulder is just as vulnerable as your knee. You get putting Kimuras and Americanas and shit cranks the shit out of your shoulders. Like it tears shoulders apart. What's better or worse? Your shoulder getting torn off or your ACL getting torn off? Like it's both the same thing. Why are we protecting the sacred knees? Oh, they're so sacred. It's all sacred. But you know what? This is jiu-jitsu, and it turns out that heel hooks aren't that dangerous. We've always allowed reaping attempts. I never discouraged reaping.
What's reaping?
Always. No, it's rare that someone gets hurt from a heel hook or a toe
What's
hook.
reaping?
Bringing the outside leg in. Your legs. There's all these different leg configurations when attacking legs. There's inside heel hooks, outside heel hooks, and all different kinds of variations and all different ways you can place your legs. And some places are the best place for your legs, and some are not so good but still effective. And there's all these different levels and positions. Reaping is just one position where the outside leg comes in and over the hip, and it seems like, it's going to tear the knee apart, but it doesn't. It doesn't. People rarely get hurt from heel hooks. Abu Dhabi allows heel hooks, and that's as far as no-gi goes, that's the most prestigious. So they allow all sorts of heel hooks. And, sometimes people get hurt, but you can get hurt with neck cranks and elbows and shoulders. So I think leg locks just got a real bad rap, and it was from the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu community. And I think that the grappling systems that had nothing to do with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, like catch wrestling, and even judo, and there was sambo. These styles were rich in leg locks, so that was that was huge in battling these guys. The Brazilian jiu-jitsu guys, they knew that the only shot they had was leg locks. So that's it seems like instead of embracing the leg locks, like let's just make it illegal and let's just cut it out. It just seemed like,
really?
yeah, like they don't have to deal with it now. They don't have to deal with it. We just made it illegal. Boom. It should be legal. It really should. Naga they allow heel hooks. There's not this epidemic of people with torn ACLs. It's just not happening. You tear your. I've never had my ACL tore from heel hooks. I've been doing jiu-jitsu 21. Yeah, it can happen. Anything can happen. You can get hurt. People have gotten hurt from various positions. It's part of the game. It's like playing basketball or playing football. Sometimes you're going to tweak your knee. Sometimes you're going to tweak your elbow, your shoulder. You might break a finger or something. It's just part of sports. People get hurt playing basketball all the goddamn time. They say that, and wrestling and all that. So it's jiu-jitsu. You don't get hurt more than any other sport. It's the same. I've been there in the trenches for 21 years.
It's funny. I went to dinner with some friends of mine. And they have kids that are old, like 14, 15-year-old kids. And they were talking about girls soccer. How the one kid's daughter's had 3 concussions already. They don't fuck around in New Jersey with that soccer. Concussions, playing fucking soccer, bumping into other fucking people.
Yep.
I've never heard of a society that got so many fucking concussions. When I was a kid, I had 1 concussion. I fell off a motherfucking XL 175 doing 80 on some Sea Caucus road with them. It wasn't developed. I used to be a motorcycle guy. Did you know that, bro?
No.
A lot of people don't. When I first moved to
Why do you think it's misconception?
It's the weirdest thing. When I first moved to North Bergen, the guys I ran with were motorcycle kids. So we all had
that kind of motorcycle?
Kawasaki 250.
No, I started with a Honda 50.
Wait, were you up there?
I started from the bottom, dog. I started from the bottom to the
legs
top.
out of the air, jumping?
No.
My first car was a moped. I had a moped when I was 15 when I got my it's like the learner's permit thing. You can drive mopeds. Dude, I was known as the long-haired dude
in
with
Southern
a moped.
California?
You know how many people pulled up next to me like, dudes thought I was a chick from behind? It's like I had this hair, I had this shade. I was 15 years old, like a little girl. Dudes would pull up.
Proud of yourself.
Oh shit! They look at me and go, oh shit! It's like, oh shit!
Fuck moped. No, when I first moved to Jersey, I had a Honda used to make a 50 that was an automatic.
What do you mean automatic?
No clutch.
Oh.
Just 3 on the tree. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
There were 50 cc's, a Honda Mini Trail. And it just so happened that you could steal them off the trucks in Sea Caucus. So the whole neighborhood had a Honda Mini Trail. But then, you know what? You could bore out a 50cc engine. Like if you have one of those geeky kids in the neighborhood instead of jiu-jitsu, they bored out engines. You get it to be 75cc. But by that time, it was too late. Yamaha had like an XL 75, a Kawasaki that was brilliant. XR80, that's what it was. An XR, fuck the 75. We're showing up with an 80, bitch. And it came with the fucking already ready to go with the mud flaps and shit. That wasn't good enough. Then you got a 125. Then after the 125, you get a 175. The one after that's 250. The one after that, you're just a fucking biker. I stopped at 175. But bro, I had every type of motorcycle growing up. Like I loved all that dumb shit. But the one I loved the most was the lawnmower ones. Nobody ever had a lawnmower motorcycle.
Lawnmower motorcycle?
It's basic. Yeah, those little mini bikes. Yeah, little mini bikes.
Mexicans invented the lawnmower mini bike. Where you going? All right, where the fuck you going?
That's gonna go down on the ground for a minute.
No, you can't lay down. You can't lay down.
I can give you a different mic.
Yeah, give me a different mic. Go ahead, but keep talking about the lawnmower.
He'll be funny.
You know what's crazy about my moped that still haunts me in my nightmares? I swear, it haunts me.
Wait, Eddie, I can already just switch. Just switch seats.
No,
who's gonna fucking switch seats now? He's on the floor. This is musical fucking games.
So you know, on a moped, there's no gas reader. What do you call it? Gas odometers. You just have to kind of guess because you have to mix. You have to make the gas. You take this moped. You have to mix it. Yeah, it's a weird moped.
No, I'm telling you.
So you had to guess. I had to keep track of the miles and shit. Dude, if you run out of gas, it's like a bike.
What?
Yes, mopeds were half bike,
Bikes,
half
you gotta have
motorcycle.
legs of strength. The fuck you.
Dude, you have to do this to go like
It wasn't worth the aggravation.
barely go inch long.
That was
It's
the
terrible.
biggest fucking farce the Americans had. It always ran out of fucking oil. You gotta make oil.
So I dream that I'm on my moped. I'm like, fuck. I don't know when the last time I don't know if I'm gonna run out of gas. It's been so long I can't remember when I put fuel in it last. And I have these nightmares. And then I wake up. Always stressful dreams. I'm on my moped and I can't remember. But that's one of those dreams that if there was a gas odometer and that wasn't stressful, maybe that would have been a good dream about, dude, I had a great dream. I was on my moped. I was 15. But since there was that drama there, maybe that's what fucked up the good dream. Because now I got all stressed out about it, right? But if I didn't get stressed out about it, maybe I would just have a cool moped dream. Does that make sense?
Yeah, a little bit.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because check this out. One of the craziest nightmares I always have. I have this one all the time.
Because if you don't get stressed, you just have a good moped. A moped fantasy.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
Yeah.
On
What the
PCA,
fuck? That's what I'm
having
thinking.
a great time.
Lee, what
And
the
then
fuck
stress
is that?
brings
What
you
is this?
in your life.
Because of the
And then
gas.
stress is the gas.
I'm like, I don't remember the last time I put gas in this thing. I could run out at any second.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm all stressed out and I
That's
wake
the
up
stress
sweating.
in your life.
Yeah.
Coming through your horrible dream.
You think so? It's more that?
Maybe that. No, you say that. And I
Okay.
think that's right.
I don't know. I think that's supposed to. Like, I think I'm getting a treat. I'm getting a cool moped dream. But the fact that the gas, that thing didn't exist, the gas odometer, it stresses me out.
Yeah.
Just like when I used to work at a strip club.
Yeah.
I think I'm supposed to, I always have nightmares that I'm at the strip club DJing and I can't remember any of the girls' names or I can't find any of the CDs. You got to be on. You got to know the girls. You got to know their songs. You got to know every girl's different. There's a girl that likes Tool and Marilyn Manson. There's a techno girl. There's an R&B chick. There's a hip hop chick. There's a chick that just says, just play anything, and then you just play your favorite shit. You got every chick, you have songs attached to them. Your mind's got to be sharp to be a strip club DJ. It ain't easy.
How do you remember all this?
Time.
Hold on. Strip club DJ wannabe. Listen to this right now.
This
This
is
is gonna be a
experience.
fucking.
I'd have professional DJs come in to audition that were sweating because there's no way he's going to be able to figure this out. He doesn't know the girls. And you got 2.5 minute songs. You got to keep it going. You got to know when to rotate. You got to know the girls. And it's all by the skin of your teeth shit. You know, you got a set ready. She comes up with a CD and goes, okay, play track 2, fast forward to 33 seconds on that one. And for my second song, play track 4, and then make sure you fade it at 2:30. Pop, and then you got it. And I'm about to play it. I'm about to play her set. Some guy asked her for a lap dance. Now she goes, skip me. I got 15 seconds to find another girl at her set. So if I got 15 seconds, I would say, Candy, you're going on stage now. And I would grab the Crystal Method, Vegas. It's like Chemical Brothers. It's like Chemical Brothers. I would grab that motherfucker, boom, bam, track 4, track 8. You know what I mean? That's a skin of your teeth set right there. So my dreams are, I'm supposed to be having a great strip club dream, a great one, but I can't remember anybody's name, so I'm all stressed out. The manager's coming up. I have these all the time. The manager's pissed. I'm gonna get fired. I'm like, fuck. I can't remember shit. I can't read the CDs. The club's packed. Girls are everywhere, and it ends up being a fucking nightmare. Every time it's a nightmare. It's never cool.
Your time is present. You want to feed your mind with the best of what's out there. But who has time to sit through all the nonsense on the internet? For those of us who want premium content and don't have the time to waste finding it, there's the next issue. For those of us who want premium content and don't have time to waste finding it, there's next issue. Next issue is the mobile app that lets you tap directly into the world's most popular magazine anytime, anywhere, using your phone or your tablet. They have iconic magazines. Vogue, Esquire, Time, and more. And next issue lets you dive deeper into the story. Interactive content for richer reading experience. Sign up for next issue right now. You'll get immediate access to all your top magazines. Let me tell you what they got. They got all of you. They got Condé Nast Traveler. They got Cosmopolitan for Latinas. They got Dwell. They got Ellen. They got Maxim. They got Money Sense. They got Oxygen. If there's a magazine, they got it. You understand me? Now do me a favor. Sign up for next issue right now. You'll get immediate access to all the top magazines, including back issues and exclusive videos and photos. Hey, listen, they got the best content around, like I told you. I love architecture, so I watch the one magazine, you know. What's the one thing I get? I don't even know anymore. I'm too, I can't even describe myself. I like sports, so I get Sports Illustrated. Sometimes I want to find out what's going on in Entertainment Weekly. I get a bunch of stuff like that. You know, People Magazine, whatever. Go to the next issue right now. Do me that favor. Right now. The best part is, next issue is offering you a free trial right now when you go to nextissue.com/Joey. That's the best part. Next issue is going to offer you a free trial right now when you go to nextissue.com/Joey. Again, try Next Issue for free right now when you go to nextissue.com/Joey. What happened, brother? I don't have no idea. Whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting over here, I'm sweating bullets. I got enough problems on my mind. How am I getting home?
Uber.
I ain't gonna fucking Uber home.
I'm gonna drive you guys home.
No,
come on, man.
I got the horse and buggy. Who do you think you're dealing with here? Where you gonna drive this fucking Guinness? Look at him. He's on the floor. He's done. You want another hit? It's a big hit.
I can't tell if your mic's working or not. All right.
Who's Mike?
All right.
Does it matter? He's saying so much, like he's singing a fucking song.
You gotta see for this possibility.
What kind of seed for this possibility? Don't forget also, Shroom Tech on it. For all your supplements that you may need. I can't help you with the bodybuilding stuff and with the strength, but with the supplements, I give you 10% off your first order. You know all about on it. Right now, the best in the market. You want one of these Alpha Brain?
Oh yeah, give me one
You
right
need a
now.
couple of these things
Yeah.
right now. This is straight. You snort 2 of these, Ari, you'll be up and jumping and shit. Go to Honest.com right now and press in Joey and get 10% off your first order. They've got great products. They've got Alpha Brain. They got the hemp protein, 16 grams of protein, a scoop of chocolates, the best chocolate out in the market. I love all this shit. I live by this stuff. So I don't know why you're not at least giving it a try. Go to Honest.com right now /church, CHURCH, and get 10% off your first order. Also, the best in electronic cigarettes, hit eCigs.com right now. They got cigars, they got cigarettes, they got 0, 8, 16, 24 milligrams, and they also have a cigar, which I've been puffing for like the last fucking 8 months.
Joey, how's the job description? He's on the floor on acid trying to fix on his microphone.
I have no
How
fucking
is the
idea.
job description for your employee?
Leave this poor kid alone. Look at him. He's got money sticking out of his pants. You know, fucking shirt on. You think this kid's on a level? He takes Uber. He believes fucking Dirty Rock.
See who else takes this much acid?
Who?
Sunday night.
Who takes a what? You didn't
You
take
nothing.
nothing. We didn't give you nothing. We gave you 2 stars. What are you fucking crying about? Everybody's beautiful here. Go to Honest.com right now
Church.
and get 10% off your first order. Also, hit e6.com for the best e-cigarette out there. 1,200 guaranteed puffs. Who gives you that? Some fucking terrorist or some fucking 7-Eleven? Hell no. Go to hit6.com right now and get 5 for 50. Also,
Hey,
to
play
my,
another scene. Play another comedy scene.
also to my main people.
What other funny scenes are there?
NailedItLife.com. Thank you for all their support in all our comedy venues.
Tell them to pull
They
another
showed up
funny
at This Is
scene.
Not Happening Heavy Duty with some fucking Gummy Bears, Los Gummies
That was pretty
Hermanos. They
good.
showed up blowtorching motherfuckers. I love these guys. Go to NailedItLife.com right now and press on what?
Joey Diaz.
Joey Diaz and get what? 20% off a vapor pen, the best one in the market. Just buy the fucking thing. They're such good people. You understand me? We're going to switch this over to Periscope. We love you guys. Have a great Monday morning. It is what it is, cocksuckers. Enjoy it. Stay black.
Put that up. Put Hollywood Shuffle.
Hollywood Shuffle.
No, put the music on. Put the music on, cocksucker. Close it with the music, cocksucker. Go. We're going to switch to Periscope. And we'll put Hollywood Shuffle on the phone.
Hey, you know what about this? I'm gonna use what key is it again?
Put the go to nextissue.com, on it.com, 86.com, NailedItLife.com. I love you motherfuckers with all my heart. See you Tuesday or Wednesday. Minneapolis this weekend. Next weekend, Fort Lauderdale Improv. The countdown to Dick Sayak continues. I'm coming back to New York, November, Stress Factory, New Jersey. Look at these 2 fucking sets. Put the music on, Lee, goddammit. All right, have a good night, concept. What's going on there? Everything all right there?
Everything's great, man. Good fucking day. How are you?
Good. Fucking recovering from that acid. Took 2 days. That shit was fucking strong, Jack. And the original plan was just to drop 2 off the bat. Thank God.
2 hits?
Yeah, I was
Oh
going
my
to fold
God.
them and give them to everybody. Just fold them. You thought
Oh,
you'd
you're
do
evil.
one. I got to tell you, man, I'm happy I didn't eat 2 of them.
Yeah, me too.
But we had a fun time. I
Yeah.
don't really want to do that shit anymore. That shit fucked with me. That shit fucked with my emotions. That's what it's supposed to do, guys.
Is it really? Okay.
For a few days. It takes you, if it's good acid, you're supposed to be thinking about it for a day or two. For a day or two, if you smoke, you see some fucking shit moving from time to time. It's kind of weird when it sticks in your body. You know, like I said, I used to do it all the time as a kid, and I loved it. Then cocaine came along, and that was my acid story. But
I couldn't believe you fell asleep. Like most
yeah.
times I'm taking that, I'm up
Yeah.
till like 5 in the morning.
1:30, bam, out.
Oh my
I
God.
get up like at 3. I can't even believe I fell asleep, and I go right back to sleep again before the fucking speed wakes me up. I could sleep on all that shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It was fun. It, I don't know what I thought, but when I was growing up and drugs are supposed to be bad, you think every drug is going to be different. And so far, everything that I've done is kind of the same. It's just, it keeps getting a little bit stronger. Like mushrooms are a little bit stronger than weed, and then acid is a little bit stronger than fucking mushrooms.
Wait till we do the heroin. Then you'll really see what it's all fucking about. You'll sit there and hear Led Zeppelin playing that there's not a fucking harmonica a mile away from you. So
Jesus. I don't know. I'm usually pretty positive. I like to believe in people, but I keep seeing these articles, and someone sent me this article today about how they can't get a job as a lawyer, and they're working for like minimum wage and complaining. And it like, I don't know why, but it set me off today because when I was in college, there was a thing out here about NBC interns had complained about working at SNL, or maybe I was right out of college. And everyone in the industry, all they could talk about was how they're never going to get a job because you don't air dirty laundry like that, and you don't complain. And it's just, I get a lot of stuff from people about how it's hard to find jobs, and I understand that it is hard to find a job, but I also think if you're good at what you do and you work hard, you're going to have to start it at the bottom, which is what we were talking about a few weeks ago. That everyone thinks when they get out of college, their job is going to be their dream job, and it's probably not. And I don't know why, but that article, it just got, it set me off this morning. It really
what was the article about?
It was just this guy who went to law school and has 3 degrees and thought he was going to be making so much money, and now he was complaining, I went to a job interview and I didn't hear back for a month and I didn't get it, and I was like, everyone goes through that. I don't know why.
Again, you can't find the fucking job. You got to do a checklist.
Right.
Okay, you got to do a checklist. Number 1, are you applying for the job at 11:30? Or are you applying for the job at 8:01? You know, I mean, if you know that there's a job available, listen, 1,000 people sending a resume.
Right.
You got to be a little fucking witty. You got to go down there. You got to get on there. You got to fucking get a hold of the guy and put it in his hand. And I know you're going, Joey, you don't even know what it's like out there. I know what it's like to get a fucking job. I know what it's like to be out there and hustling. You know, if you're going to send resumes 10 a week from your fucking computer and sit there in your underwear and your fucking T-shirt, you're never going to get a job.
Right.
If you're doing the same shit everybody else is doing, you're never going to get a job. If they're sending a cover letter and whatever, you got to send a cover letter and a note of what you've done and, handwritten.
Right.
You got to do.
You differentiate yourself.
You got to do the shit that nobody else is doing. I have a soft spot for people. I have a soft spot for people as a human being.
Right.
But there's a job out there waiting for you. You're just not looking hard enough. You can't tell me you've been looking for a job for a year and you're broke. There's jobs out there. If you want to work, there's a fucking job. Create your own fucking job. Get a truck and whatever the fuck you do. Borrow money from your father as a college student. What else? You're already in debt.
Right.
Even if you got to just pick up wood and fucking sell bottles. There's always a job. Okay? It's how you go looking for that fucking job that gets people. I had felonies. I got the felony in 87. I was in the job market pretty much till 96 or 7.
Yeah.
How did I accomplish that? I don't know nothing. By the time they find out I got a felony, I'm such a good fucking worker, they just rip up the sheet.
Right. And that's like when I first came out here, like people always complain about working for free, and I've talked about it. I don't think people should get swindled, but when you first are starting out, you're gonna do an internship. You're gonna like I got asked to work nights on my internship for free, coming in until 5 a.m, and I said yes. And these jobs aren't bad, but the people that I deal with are like my friends from home who have given up on finding a job in their field, and like they're still working at the jobs that we worked at together in high school, which at least they have a job. But like, I can't imagine going to school for 4 years and after 6 months of looking for a job, you're just like,
That's what people do because they find out one thing. It's called work.
Yeah.
People don't want to work. People want to get the least possible for the most possible, and I don't blame you. But somewhere in there, we have to work. Last night, we had a very interesting conversation at the store before somebody got shot. You, I, and Johnny Rock.
yeah, that's what made me
About
think about it.
doing comedy and falling in love. Okay, here you are, 26, 27. You're a comedian on stage. Some women think that's sexy. All of a sudden, you meet a girl, you fall in love. Where does your work ethic go? That's always been, that's when I look at people the hardest. When I go, how does the work ethic go? That's the number one killer of young kids. And I did it.
Yeah.
But I always knew that I didn't have a backup plan. So I had to go to fucking work or I had to sell drugs. There's nothing wrong with falling in love. But in the last couple of years, amongst my young friends, I've seen them, they just cut off. They just cut off. And I don't mind somebody falling in love, but you still have to keep your dream alive because sooner or later, the fucking money runs out.
Yeah.
And the dinners run out. And also in reality sets in and she realizes she's with a fucking bum.
It totally happened to me. It's when you first, like, I don't know, for me, when I first started dating Paula, I had the TV job and I was doing this and I had tons of money. I was doing great, and then I stopped doing the TV thing and we had fun, and it's not we had a talk, but then also like you just start looking at the bank one day and you used to have a certain amount, now that's half of that. Now that I've half gone, and at least for me, and every few weeks I'll notice maybe I'm being a little bit lazy, because who doesn't like to be lazy? Like, it would be. I know
it's not even. It's never been in my world. I never understood. I could look at somebody's body type and know. I could see a fat person,
right,
and know if that's a fat guy that eats, or that's a fat guy who sits on his fucking ass. I could tell just by looking at it.
So okay. So if you had $20 million, let's just say, you wouldn't just sit at home all day, watch TV, and go do comedy at night?
Not even close.
Jesus.
It's against who the fuck I am. Totally against who the fuck I am. I don't even know that world. I wouldn't try to kill myself to make more money, but I'm still out of the house at 9 and 1.
Doing what?
Whatever it takes to keep me alive. Working out, training, jumping jacks, meeting with people, helping somebody write.
You don't think you relax a little bit?
Not even close.
Wow.
I don't believe in. I only watch TV when I get home at night from doing comedy. At the end of the night, I'll watch TV.
Yeah.
I was trained at the age of 18. There's no TV in the daytime. There's no TV. There's no TV. Everything comes first. If I have an opportunity to make $3, there's no baseball game in my life. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
So what?
Never.
What
never.
happened when you said you fell in love and you started slacking? Like, what happened in your life?
I just, I don't know. I always kept my dream in mind. That's what the conversation last night was about. That keeping your dream in line. Yes, you're in love, and yes, she wants to do this. When I moved here with Carol, okay, when I first moved to LA with Carol, but I knew one thing. I knew that let me tell you what I thought. I knew I wasn't talented enough to be here. So I knew I had no time to fuck around. I looked at the comics that were popular at the time, and I wasn't even close to them. Look-wise, age-wise, material-wise. So I knew I had to do what the other guy wasn't doing. I still remember, like, fucking fighting, because Carol moved to LA to invite her family out here. And every 30 days, some other fucking moron came out to go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
And there's no Disneyland in my world. There's no Venice in my world. There's nothing. Not during the week. There's business. I don't know how you could go to Venice on a Thursday at 10 o'clock unless you're on vacation from your job. But even then, in the world we're in, we're independent contractors.
Right.
Okay? I don't know how you could go to Venice Beach, hold hands, and walk around and look at the fucking beach on a Wednesday at 2. That's not even in my head.
Is any of it... Okay, so how long were you out of prison by the time you moved to LA?
Almost close to, 11 years, 12 years.
Do you think going to prison, like, I like want to say like rock bottom?
No. My mother had a thing at the house. You had to get up. Gotta get up. I don't give a fuck what time you came in. Get up. Come on. Up. Let's go. Look outside. Go look at the sun. There's something you gotta be done. When I was a kid, I had a weird work ethic. I always knew I had to work.
Right.
I always loved working. But it wasn't until the 7th grade where my spick mentality work ethic came in. And I still watched basketball to learn the moves. But I would watch basketball with a notebook and a pen. And I would write down moves that somebody would do. And right after the game, whether the game ended at 1 in the morning or the game ended at 2 in the afternoon, I ran to the park to try those moves. There was no 2 basketball games. I can't sit there for 2 games. I picked one of the 2. The Sixers against the Knicks. If they got good forwards, let me get a notebook. And I'd do the fucking moves. I'd write them out. TV after I cleaned, helped my mom.
Right.
My mom would wake me up on Saturday, goes, Antonio, we got to get up. The lady would come. My mom would do laundry. The lady would iron it. And while my mom was doing laundry, we were cleaning.
Okay.
And I'm talking about pulling the couch out, vacuuming, wiping the walls down, wiping the tables down, that type of shit. Then you went out. I got a great work ethic because I saw the results in the 7th grade. I saw myself as the worst basketball player in the world one year. And the following year, I was a 13 or 15-year-old all-star. So right then, I learned about hard work.
Right.
I couldn't jump like everybody else. I didn't have a body like everybody else. I didn't have no speed. I had quickness, but no speed. So I worked on the things that I was bad at. I would do sprints every day. For who goes out in the courtyard when they're 13, when everybody else is playing? When I got better at basketball, I would leave my house at 9, and I would ride my bike up the hill, that cemetery,
Right. Yeah.
all the way to the projects, and I would take 300 jump shots before the day even started. 300 jump shots, like Jerry West did when he was growing up and wherever the fuck he grew up. And then I'd practice moves. And then I'd go down to the court and play basketball for 2 or 3 hours. I'd go home, drink some Kool-Aid, make a steak 'em, and I was back at the court by 5 o'clock to catch that 5 to 8.
Well, I know you said your mom, but what about everyone else around you? Because, I mean, I would say at least for now, that like right now, that's not the norm. Like that, because even for me, I think I'm a hard worker. If I won the lottery, I would still do podcasts, but I think I would go on more vacations and relax.
No, there's no. It would take the stress off you to make a daily payment, but you still got to. If you stop using it, you lose it. You know, there's no retiring anymore. People used to retire at 64, forced retiring. People know now, the smart old people know if they retire, they're going to die. They're going to die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They still do something part-time. You see those people at Walmart that are greeters and shit like that. They know you got to keep sharp. It was never about prison or hitting rock bottom for me. I always knew about work ethic. But then when I turned 19 and my mom died, I found out you need work ethic. Because there was nobody there to hand me a 20 or a 10. People let me live at their house for 35 a week or 40 a week. That's 160. I still got to come up with the fucking envelope.
How are you planning on raising mercy? Like, let's say you make a ton of money and you have that. Everyone around me who I think has parents doing that, giving them money, are the people who might say they can't find jobs. Because like my parents didn't give me, like they helped me with college, but I never once took money from them since I left their house. So I think
My wife has a great work ethic.
Yeah.
My wife could work all fucking day. My wife is working right fucking now as we speak. You know, my wife goes to the gym. My wife has a great work ethic. I have a great work ethic. Okay. The reason why I want to move out of this fucking shit area is because I don't want my wife growing. I don't want my daughter growing up with kids that think they have something coming to them.
Yeah.
And this area is filled with these little douchebags because the parents act this way.
Yeah.
You know, this is Studio City. These people are like writers. Who knows what they make? But they make more than the natural average. So right away, the wives get fucking. For a fucking Corvette.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I would pave the way for her and help her to do what she does on her own. But I want her to know that one day my lights are going to get shut out, or her mother's lights are going to get shut out. And that's the scariest proposition for anybody, is knowing that you're alone in this world.
Yeah.
So I want you to learn every fucking aspect, like I did at 14, of what I do. When Mercy's 10, if I'm still alive and the mother's still alive, Mercy will get an allowance. But she's going to have to do something every week for that allowance.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
There's no filing paperwork, sending out T-shirts, going over the podcast. I don't give a fuck. Find a job. This is your 50 a week, or your 20, or your 30, whatever you give fucking kids. But this is what you need to do. My mom did it with me. I had to clean tampon boxes. You ever go in a lady's bathroom? They got those boxes next to the toilet in the fucking 70s. I had to stick my hand there. And gloves? There was no gloves. There's no gloves. Stick your fucking hand in there. I had to clean toilets with a fucking scrub. No gloves. Clean the urinals and put ice in them. And then I had to sweep the front, sweep the pool where the pool table was. I had to pull all the chairs out, sweep that, mop that. Even after she did it, she didn't give a fuck. She was proving a point.
Yeah.
She was proving a point. I had to fill the beers with ice and stock the ice in. On paper, it takes an hour. All that I just described to you takes 50 fucking minutes if you do it. And one day when I was 8, I figured it out. It could take me 3 hours, or it could take me 50 minutes.
Right, yeah.
So I started doing it in 50 minutes. And I learned that, fuck. So I used to come in here at 9:30, and I'd be talking, bullshitting, thinking how bad my life was. My friends are playing, but my friends didn't have $20 in their fucking pocket.
Oh, you didn't like it? I love doing that.
I didn't like it until I realized my friends were broke. They weren't accomplishing nothing.
Right.
And I was picking up a 20. So in the summers, I picked up a yardstick every week at the age of 8 or 9. Plus people come in, throw me a 10, who would hit the number, who would say, get this out of my car, and throw me a $5 bill. You're always on point.
Right.
And that's, you know, I've come in here on a Monday and said stuff to you about your weekend, like how you could sit there and watch 9 episodes on a Friday. And I get your point, but on the other point, that's when you got to look at your girl and go, we're doing 1 episode, then we're going to go out. Where are we going? We're going to go exercise and eat and do shit. Then we'll come back at 12. You'll suck my dick. We'll watch another episode. Then at 3, we'll go somewhere else. But to just sit there for 9 hours, I never understood that. I never met nobody who's done that.
Oh, that's...
Like I would not even hang out with people if they did something like that.
Well, then you wouldn't have any friends now.
No.
That's crazy.
No. I don't want those people around me. I don't want those people. Listen, one of the richest guys I know is one of the hardest working guys I know. His name is Joe Rogan. He don't stop. And he's got kids. There's no, you call him up on a Sunday and see if he watches 9 episodes, anything.
Right.
There's none. And that's what successful people do. That's what successful people do. I really don't give a fuck what my wife wants to do every weekend. I have a family. When I have a family, I care what she wants to do. But if my wife comes to me on a Saturday and we would date and go, we're going to Marina Del Rey, I don't know what you're talking about. I got something to fucking edit. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't have 4 hours to just and there's money on the table. There should never be money on the table, and there always is.
Right.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
So when you look at the millennials, like people 20 to 30 now, what do you think? Like, what do you think is going to happen in 30 years?
They're going to be sucking dick in 10 years. I don't even know what millennials are. I don't care. I don't really give a Frenchman's fuck. You're a human being.
Right.
You're a human being. You got problems, you got bills, and you have dreams and aspirations. Doesn't really change. For me, it doesn't change whether you were born in 1990, 2000. Doesn't change. You're a human being. You have needs. You have dreams. Your dream is to sit on the fucking couch and watch fucking television 10 hours or some fucking football game. You want to watch your football game for a quarter or two, but you're always moving. It's on, but you're rocking.
Yeah, that's hard to learn, though.
You're rocking. It's on. It's on. I can hear it, but I'm writing a joke. I got an earphone in, listening to Def Leppard. You know what I'm saying? That's what, and we're talking about 2 or 3 young kids that I became friends with last year. That when I met them, they were out every night. Johnny, Rock, and Rizzo were a 2-man combination. 3-4 sets a night. All you had to do was call them and go, Rizzo, where you going tonight? I'm going here. Then I'm going to King Taco. Let it end it. No more videos, no more nothing. I asked him last night, where's Rizzo? He goes, Rizzo's in love. He doesn't even leave fucking Orange County no more. I can't understand that. How he traded that. Listen, it's very hard to describe love to somebody or how a man reacts to something. But let me tell you the bottom line. Okay? And this is what you learn over the fucking years. There comes a day where my marriage didn't last, not because I was a fucking great marriage guy, because I was a piece of shit. And I didn't put time into the marriage. But this one lasted because I went into this relationship a lot different than any others. But one thing I did since day one that I learned from all my other prior relationships that didn't work is I put my foot down. Not as Joe Diaz, but as a man. This is what I do. And this is how I do it. And this is the only way it's going to work. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm telling you that this is how it's going to work. When I first started dating Terry, I loved Terry from day one. But I had a problem. And I didn't want to involve Terry in my problem. She was so sweet. I was just dating Terry. But I'll get Terry on this podcast right now. First 4 Christmases, I didn't see Terry. 4th of July, I don't know what you're talking about. Your mom's birthday? I don't give a fuck who your mom is. That's got nothing to do with me. None of that shit mattered because I had a dream. She was my girlfriend, but I had a dream. Now, she had a job to do as my girlfriend. If she had my back, this is my dream. The same thing if it was the other way around. That's what most people don't understand. My wife understood it because she worked at the Comedy Store, and she's seen these guys coming in 7 nights a week. And she saw the work ethic. My work ethic when I came to town was you get a TV show at any level of it, and you stop doing comedy at the Comedy Store. And then I met a guy by the name of Joe Rogan that I won't give out his salary on news radio. He was making a lot of money. And I don't know if you know much about the TV show, okay? Mondays, you go for wardrobe. Tuesday, you go back, you refit into wardrobe for the director. You have a table read. Then Wednesday, you do a run-through. Then Wednesday night, you do another run-through all fucking day, 10 run-throughs a day with a director for notes. Then Thursday, you do the run-through for the director and the producers. Then Thursday after you do a run-through for the fucking network. Then Friday, you come in again, read it again, now with all the rewritten shit. Then you do a run-through, another run-through, another run-through. Then at 6 o'clock, you tape in front of a live audience. And that could take 2 hours for a half-hour show or 4 hours for a half-hour show. Do you know that Joe Rogan at the end of that week would still show up for his $15 spot at the Comedy Store?
That's crazy.
That's work ethic.
Yeah.
But that's the reason why he is where he is today. And I learned that in 1999, 98. When I looked at him do that, I go, I get it now. This is an endless battle. There's never really a day off. If you're an independent contractor, if you work for somebody and that's what you accepted in your life, I'm paying you $12 an hour. You're going to come in Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Then whatever you want to do on Saturday and Sunday is your prerogative.
Right.
But even then, if you're under 30, I can't see you on a couch on Thursday and Friday. on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now you're taking care of your dream. Well, my dream is to shoot arrows or to fucking be a jiu-jitsu guy or to play the harmonica.
But that's the hard part about the 8 to 5 is by like for me when I got to Thursday and Friday I was like fuck I want to go out. Yeah, fuck.
You're
yeah.
right. You're
Yeah.
right. You go out one night, you throw your whole week off. When
Yeah.
you're 20, you don't. When you're 20, you snort blow, you eat somebody's ass, you foam in the mouth, and you're still at work the next day at 8 in the morning. At least I know I was. But that's when you're 20, you have a dream. You have a dream. What rest? What sleep are you talking about? What 10-day vacation? What? I've seen so many people throw away lives, throw away careers by getting married. And you know what you're telling me when they do that in mid-career here? You're telling me this is my excuse to back out.
What about
80% of the guys I've met in the last 20 years who got married, I had a friend that was out here on fire, but I could see that he was one of those guys that it was a race for him. It wasn't a marathon. And I could see it starting. And one day he told me I'm getting married. I go, when are you getting married? He goes, I'm getting married at the end of October. That's prime time season. You know what I'm saying? And when he told me he's getting married out of town, I go, and you're going on a honeymoon. This is a guy that always cried and complained about nothing was going on for him. Then they got married, and I never saw two people gain more weight in my life. They lived in a one-bedroom. They couldn't even get out. I went over there one day. They both tried to get out the door together. They couldn't get out. They almost got stuck. And he would always complain to me that you couldn't do spots here unless you were Guido. You couldn't do spots here unless you were fucking this. But at night, I would call him. Where you at? I hear my wife watching fucking whatever they would fucking watch. Whatever the fuck they would watch. Then they moved out of Hollywood to the Valley. And I knew right there that it was the one step. And within a year, they were back where they both came from. And now he's doing whatever the fuck it is because they use it as an out. As an out. This is my excuse. Oh, I had married and got kids. Who gives a fuck? You still got a fucking dream every day, don't you?
You would think so.
But this is your out.
So what is it about marriage? Because not everyone does that. What is it about marriage that you think deters people?
Not. I don't know. I know when I met Terry, I stuck to my guns. I didn't want what happened with Carol to happen with Terry. So no more comedy clubs. No chicks at comedy clubs with me. No dates to comedy clubs. You don't need to come nowhere. That's my job. I really put my foot down with Terry, even though it bothered me and it annoyed her in a way until she understood. I didn't want to go to a fucking comedy show. She would tell me, I didn't want to fucking go. This is what I'm saying to you. I'm going to bring you there like my gun mall. To do what? To stand in the back, to listen to guys talk? She don't need to be there.
Right.
You know, the biggest mistakes I ever made was when I brought Carol on the road with me, on a physical road trip. Biggest fucking mistake.
What happened?
Biggest mistake. I'm not in the top ability of my game. I'm catering to somebody else. I'm tired. Let's take a nap. Let's walk around. I don't want to fucking walk around. I got a show tonight. I got 2 fucking shows today. Walking around, then you go do the 2 shows, and now you suck both shows because you were wasting time walking around like you're a tourist. You're not a tourist. You're there to do work. You follow what I'm trying to say to you? So when I hooked up with Terry, I learned my lesson from Carol. Now, over the years, you know what's going to happen? I'm not saying this to you what's going to happen. I'm just explaining to you what could happen.
Right.
One day, this chick you love comes home and tells you you're fucking done. You know what the first thing you're going to think about? All the dumb shit you did.
Yeah.
You're going to think of all that dumb shit that you sacrificed to do dumb shit. You're going to sit there and go, what the fuck? Was I an asshole?
I was thinking about some of my exes.
And now,
oh my
when
God.
you hook up with the next one, you're not going to bring that luggage with you. You're going to go, I'm never doing that again. From now on, I'm sticking to my guns. When I started dating Terry, I was 30-something years old. I'm 52. I've been with her 15 years, so 37. I already knew how I was going to tame that animal. And that's why I tell people little things. I tell you little things. I tell D'Agostino little things. Because I figured out at 37 it was a bit too fucking late. I keep my business and my relationship separate. I keep them set. She don't need to be at the comedy, so she don't need to be hanging out with me. I'm coming right home. You follow me? There's so many fucking little things. But I also stuck to my guns.
Right. Did you ever worry about those things, but then it turns out that they would have supported you? Like the first time we did Acid after Ari's show, I told you I got really paranoid, like that that I should let her be with a normal guy. And then I went and spoke to her, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna have to be working more, and like can't come. I can't hang out Friday during the day. And she couldn't have been cooler. And I was like, it was almost like I imagined in her head that she
What's
was mad.
Friday during the day? Because this is what you don't seem to understand. I call you at 8. We talk at 7:30. Right from there, the day's up.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck you do till 10, but gone. So on a Friday, okay.
Right.
Now this is what I'm saying to you. If you pick her up on a Friday, let's say you pick up Thursday night.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, you pick her up at 9. You take her to dinner, you give her a stab, and you go home and watch a movie. At 8, you got to bring her home. You got to take her home. Don't leave her at the house waiting for you to meet her later, because now it's on the back of your mind. And you can't focus on what you got to focus on. I'll call you when I call you. 2:30? I don't fucking know. If I knew that, I wouldn't be with you. I'd be at the track betting trifectas. There's time for work, and there's time for play. So, you're in love.
Right.
Listen to what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna split it down the middle. I'm not gonna work fucking 8 hours, but I'm gonna work the best 4 hours I've ever worked. You know what that means, Lee? You gotta be here at 9:15. You gotta be at the gym at 8. Not 8:10, not 8:01, 8. You gotta drive her home at 7:30, out. Breakfast on the ride, a protein shake, lift here till 12:30, stop at fucking In-N-Out, get a burger, go home, pick her up at 1. You got the whole day with her. You can still catch a movie at 1:40 at the fucking Sonic or Burbank, whatever the fuck you do.
Oh, yeah.
Or 4 o'clock. That's completely different than sitting there like Zombo on a Friday from 10 to 8, rubbing your feet till 6, and then you go out and get Mexican food. You didn't earn a dime.
No.
You follow me? So there's, what's it called? There's a compromise for everything, Lee.
Oh, and I totally agree with you, but in my head, like, you think, like, I would imagine her getting mad. But then I just talked about it, and she's like, oh, yeah.
Listen to me. Here's the best state of mind. You don't give a fuck. You don't really give a fuck if she gets mad. It's got nothing to do with you. You have a job to do, and that's all you need to think about.
Yeah.
Always remember that. You have a job to do. You think I worry about Terry when I come here at 3 a.m.? I don't really give a fuck what she thinks. I have a job to do. I don't have time to worry about somebody's emotions. This isn't a popularity contest. This is fucking life. And if they come to you and they say, that hurts my feelings, then sit them down and go, this is what this is. This is motherfucking life. You like when I come back and bring the burritos at 11. What do you think pays for that? The fucking wind? You think that just comes out of the... This is what you need. You need the Guinness to make it happen. Without no Guinness, there's no love. It's 2 fucking idiots sitting there. And one day she sees you for what you are, and now you don't. You quit your job. You stop doing your accounts. You play. No, you always take care of your paper. If they don't like it, then you got to find a new woman.
Yeah.
You got to find a new fucking man. I never. Let me tell you what happened last weekend. So last weekend I got 2 calls. A great jiu-jitsu guy was doing a seminar in Sherman Oaks. I love this guy. And I got a call from my friend Eric Medina at BJJ Hotel. And he goes, we have a seminar at 2 o'clock. Now, I knew this Saturday I was going to be gone for 2 weeks. When I leave tomorrow, that my wife has that little fucking living human kettlebell for 3 days. It's a big day. Friday's a big day for her. My wife goes to yoga for an hour. Juana watches her. But after that, Saturday all day, you're with Mercy. That's carrying her, picking her up, tantrums. She wants to throw the ball. She wants macaroni and cheese. And then Sunday I come in, and I have it for an hour, and then I take a nap. I'm tired from the night before. So I have to compromise. So the first thing I did last week, I said, are you going to yoga Saturday? She's like, don't you want to go to jiu-jitsu? I heard you on the phone. No. I want you to go to yoga. I'll do kettlebell Saturday afternoon. I wanted to go to that fucking thing. But my wife, you follow me? There's always a compromise. There's always a compromise. Last Monday, I did not go to 10 o'clock jiu-jitsu. And I blew off the fucking doctor. But I took Mercy to the park. And then I took her to McDonald's. And we had a great fucking time. So those 3 hours, and when my wife called me at 12:10, and she goes, where are you guys? I said, at the park. You know what my wife said? She goes, really? She was so happy because Mondays, but it was going to be a short week. So I got to do things I don't usually do. My long weeks and my short weeks are different. My short weeks are about my family, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
My short weeks are about 2 workouts, 2 podcasts. I see you, and I'm with my family. Everything else could wait till the weeks I have off. I don't give a Frenchman's fuck. I'll do it when I'm off. I'm here for 3 weeks, whatever. There's a compromise. 20 years ago, I would never do that. I wouldn't even give my wife the option. I would have said, I'm going to the thing tomorrow because I was a fucking moron. That's why you're not married. So do you understand when I talked to you guys like that last night? I'm not being a scumbag. I'm just telling you that no matter what relationship you're in, you have to keep your dream alive, because if not, what happens when you break up? You're going to feel like a fucking asshole.
Yeah. But then I think for me, like, I just had a lot of bad girlfriends before Paula, and they would be people who, if I said I had to work and we might have had plans, they would get mad. And now, and it's like, it's a really like a test for me for Paula, like the fact that I said it, and she's like, oh yeah, that's fine.
Paula is Mexican. She got immigrant mentality.
Yeah.
She sees what her mother did and what her father did. It's all about work. They wouldn't have been kept alive if it wasn't for the mother working 12-hour days. Mother didn't work. No, we think her mother worked 6.5. Went home and took care of the children. When she came from Mexico, no English. They're 12-hour fucking days, my friend.
Yeah.
And you know what the kids do? They deal with it. They deal with it. You see Paula, a psychiatrist. My mother worked 12 hours a day. You deal with it. Because you had nice sneakers. She tried the best you can. You put it all fucking together. And that's what nobody understands. You have to work. You have to justify your existence. Even if your parents are dirty rich. What do you ever see those people? You ever see a rich kid?
I grew up around them.
What do you think? Is that what you wanted to be? Really? Worthless? If the lights get turned off and if the fortune disappears, what are those kids going to do when they're 65? They're going to go, yeah, I went through millions of dollars, but what did I really do? Even if I die broke, I'm going to be in that fucking coma. And I'm going to go, unbelievable the things I did. I fucking did coke. I seen fucking Black Sabbath. I did this. I did this. I did it on my own nickel. And most importantly, I did it my way.
It's amazing. When I was in high school, middle school, I was jealous of those kids. They had
Naturally. They got a Z28. They got a fucking Corvette. The girls want to be with them.
And then it's amazing because I honestly don't keep in touch with maybe 2 people from my high school. But on Facebook, I just see like how it's kind of switched a little bit. I'm like, oh, like how can you still live in like your mom's house? Like the people like when they have millions of dollars, it's just like, oh god.
When you want to have lived, when I was 19, 16, and my mom died, I always thought my stepfather was going to give me money. Oh, I created this bullshit story in my head, and I believed it. And it took me fucking 6 years to fucking convince myself I wasn't getting dick. Okay? I wasn't getting dick.
That's a long 6 years.
Yeah. I mean, we do it. We buy our own fucking lies, my friend. Don't think I didn't buy into my own fucking lies. I bought into them.
Away.
I bought into them. Now we got to do one more out of respect.
We did 3 already. God, I'm like so...
It's Thursday. No, it's Wednesday. That's why. It's Prince Spaghetti Day. You got to eat 4 stars if you don't eat pasta. So, I was one of those people. What do you think? I'm going to fucking sit here and tell you, no, I didn't. I mind-fucked myself. I was 30-something years old, and I realized you got to get up and go. You got to do something.
Yeah.
It took me 12 years to finally realize, I was 32, that if I got into comedy, this is what I had to do. I had to get down and dirty. Got to take the shirt off. But
so is that kind of maybe what got you to quit drugs? Because like the whole drugs thing doesn't really make it like that must have held you back tremendously.
Even that. In the peak of my addiction, I booked the longest yard. Do you not think I did coke before I went into that audition the next day at 11 o'clock? Absolutely.
But isn't that the point? Like if in the peak of your addiction you booked the longest yard, do you ever think what might have happened if you hadn't?
Oh, I know what you're saying, but I'm just trying to make a point.
No. Yeah, you still worked hard.
In the peak of that addiction, I used to get up and still drop envelopes off. I outworked everybody with a fucking addiction. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't the coke I did in the morning. I didn't do coke in the daytime. It was my own work ethic. When I walked into that headshot at Sony Studios in January and dropped it on that lady's desk as Spider-Man 2. When I dropped those tapes off for fucking You Got Nothing. All those things I did on my own with a fucking addicted mind, Lee. An addicted, sick mind. Because it was instilled in me. It's like people say, it's like Marcelo's class at DMAC on Monday nights.
I heard about that.
He makes you do 45 minutes of calisthenics. Then he teaches you the technique. Then he makes you do the technique. You know why? because he wants you to remember that technique when you're tired, so you apply the technique better. That's what I was doing with my addiction. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just doing what I knew that you had to do. I thought everybody did. What's the problem, Lee?
I'm just really still trying to eat this
That's
other
okay.
star.
That's okay.
But
that's the craziness, even with all that Terry stuff. And I don't think Terry appreciated my dream in the beginning and how I nurtured it. But now she understands. When I get up in the morning after I play with the baby for 10 minutes, and I smoke a joint outside, and I eat breakfast, and I run in that room, and I start doing my Twitter and my Facebook. You think my wife comes in and goes, "What are you doing in here?" No. She knows I'm not in there watching a video about, Ronda Rousey. I don't give a fuck about Ronda Rousey. I give a fuck about these people on Facebook and Twitter. I got a job to do. I got to let them know the podcast is at 3. I got to let them know we have a fucking podcast. I got to let them know I'm in Minneapolis next week. I got to let them know that, Lee's not, you know what I'm saying, Lee? You have to let them know these things, and not they'll never fucking know.
So where do you think it comes from, like, that everyone feels like they deserve, like, the weekends away, and, like, where do you think that comes from?
I don't know. I have friends that have a great life, and they go away every 4 months, but I know that during the week, they fucking work their asses off. I know the girl's 50, and she still has 2 jobs, and the husband's 50, and he's still fucking hanging those transformers on poles for public service and shit. So I get it. I don't get a young person with a dream sitting there 6 hours a day playing fucking some game. That's why I don't play games. You think I don't play games? I think I'd be addicted to games. I love games. I don't have time for games. I didn't have time for games at 18. That's a real world out there. It's a real fucking world out there. So your friend that wrote the article, God bless him. I love him to death.
I don't know him.
But he's got to look a little harder. And that's the other thing. Listen, what if Joey Diaz went to fucking, let's just do a thing. Since Joey, you're a fucking genius. You think you know everything about jobs. Let's ask you a fucking question. What if Joey Diaz got into law school?
Right.
The best law school in the country. I don't know what it is. Let's say UFC law school.
Okay.
And then after law school, what do? I don't get in a job. I go back and get 2 years and get my master's in law.
No. You don't need anything. After law school, you take the bar, and then you're a lawyer.
Okay, so now I'm a lawyer. I did okay on the bar. I did okay on the interviews on campus. When they come to campus, I did my requirements. I did my intern in the prosecutor's office. I did my intern in the other office. I worked at the mayor's office. I also worked as an aide. I did all my interns I had to do. I qualify for everything. Right. I speak Spanish. Okay? Let's say I don't get a job. Let's say Joey Diaz doesn't get a job after 6 months. Do you think after Joey Diaz did 4 years in college and 3 more in law school and 1 as an intern and all the bullshit that comes with it and tests, do you think that Joey Diaz would be too proud to get himself a bartending job to keep the lights on?
Well, no, I don't think you'd be too proud, but I also don't think, I think that you might even want to go, okay, maybe I'll apply to paralegal jobs just to get in the door at the law firms.
Okay, how many people go, fuck that? How many people do you think this kid said, fuck that?
Yeah.
Do you think he said, if somebody said, we don't have a position right now for an attorney, but you're a sharp guy, why don't you come in as a paralegal for $65,000 a year to start in expenses? I'm just throwing a number out there.
He said he was delivering legal forms for, like, minimum wage. But my whole thing is you can't, industries are small. You can't air your dirty laundry like that. Like, I've never I don't badmouth companies that I worked for. That nothing good can come from that.
Listen, when people leave a job, they leave a job because the job sucks.
Yeah.
And they get sick of it. Not because the company's great. And they would do it all over again. That's
my big thing is I wanted to, find new opportunities.
Nobody quits Burger King because, it's a great fucking job and you go home smelling like roses every day. You go home smelling like a fucking dead goat with all that meat and all that shit they have in there. But it's a job. A job is a job. You know what? I've sat here across from you 1,000 times. And told you how I had a job. Everything was going great. Then one day I realized I can make more money selling drugs. Did I not sit here and tell you that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just as guilty as your friend. But guess what I did? I did something about it. It's sitting there writing a fucking article, making people feel sorry for you like you got something coming to you. Just because you went to college doesn't mean you have nothing coming to you. That's just the beginning. It's just 4 years to give you a fucking taste of what you really want to do in life and to see different things. It's a fucking privilege to go to college. Do you understand me? It's a privilege to go to college. So when you come out, you got to fill the fucking, I don't care if you go work at a music shop. Let's pretend you want to be a DJ for a radio station that don't exist no more.
Right.
Right? You can't find a job after 6 months as an intern. What do you, if I come to you and I go, hey, Lee, I do this podcast twice a week. If you want to come in and run the board, all I can give you is 200 a fucking episode. That's $4 a week. That's $1,600 a month to get the party started.
Right.
Would you turn me down?
No. But that's me. I think a lot of people, and I know I did a little bit, when you get out of college, and especially if you go to like a master's or a law for 3 more years, you put so much time in and have all these loans that you almost feel like you're against the clock, or like you're behind already. So you want the big $100,000 a year paying job, and when you only get the $20,000 mailroom job, it's like it doesn't even make sense.
If you're legit and you're not a piece of shit like me or a drug dealer or a felon, and you go home and you get a job offered after college, and you sit in your room and you make a few goals and you see what the job entails. Okay, so now I'm a mailroom guy. How many mailroom guys are there, Lee, in the mailroom?
2.
Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to be the best fucking mailroom guy in that motherfucker. They want, what's the job, 8 to 5? I'm going to be there 7 to 6.
Might as well, yeah.
That's what this country has forgotten. You want a raise? Show it to me. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what everybody forgets. That's what everybody forgets. You want a raise? Show up with 2 fucking advertising accounts and give me an idea, and then let's do this.
Right.
Show up with a fucking envelope. But if people want to do their job minimally and then want the world from people. You want a raise? Fucking show me it. Come in here fucking 6 and work for 2 hours a fucking day for free. Let me see how much you really want to do this. You know, before all these corporations came in, you know how you got a job, Lee? You went into a construction site and you go, who's the boss here? How you doing? Do me a favor. I'd like to be a hot carrier for 3 days for free. At the end of the 3 days, you don't want to pay me? I'll walk away. But I'm going to be the best fucking hot carrier you have in this motherfucker. And you make that commitment to yourself because you owe that to yourself. You owe that to yourself in so many fucking ways. In 2007, I'm sitting in my room I'm doing heroin every Monday in 2007. And I'm thinking to myself, I did these movies. Why do I do this to myself?
It's like Billy Crystal's 500 Sundays or whatever.
Jesus Christ. I'm sitting there going, what am I doing to myself that makes me want to do this? I'm getting opportunities here that I never dreamed of. But you know what? I create those opportunities.
Yeah.
The work ethic, I don't believe you could be weak in that aspect of it. Work ethic is work ethic. I told you, Richie Werdeman, before he hired you, he made you sweep. You watch how you fucking sweep. If you didn't pick up that blue thing on the paper, there's no reason why I have you here. There's no reason. I'm not going to fucking hire you. I don't care whose son you are. I don't care who. I'm not going to hire you. Why not? He didn't pick up that blue thing. He walked past it 1,000 fucking times. I saw him on camera. It's those little things that let you get a job. People don't do that no more. And listen, I thought the world owed me something too. Everybody thinks the world owes you something. Everybody. I'm a bad motherfucker. I do this, I do that. The day you realize that they don't owe you dick is a fucking cold reality, at least I had. But it's, I see it here. I see it here all the time. And I sit there and I scratch my head how I could call a young comic and he's eating dinner on a Friday night at 9 o'clock with his girlfriend. A young comic.
What does that do to your insides?
They burn. Because let's do dinner at 7 and let me go watch the comics that are fucking killing. Out of the 3 clubs in LA, there's got to be 1 comedy club that there's a comedian that you like or you emulate that you want to go watch on a Friday night in LA. It could be Dan Cook, it could be Joe Rogan, it could be Bill Burr, it could be Mark Maron, it could be Sebastian Maniscalco. So do you understand what I'm saying to you? Honey, let's go eat. I'm going to go down to the comedy store. I'm going to watch Sebastian. I'm going to come back up here. That's what a comic does. You learn the game. So this is a 7-night. I always tell comics, when you move to LA, it's 6 months. It's like when you get out of rehab. What do they tell you when you go to rehab? When you got to go to a meeting the first 90 days. Same thing with LA. You pack your bags, you get an apartment. Once that apartment, that lease is signed, you get down, you get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you list the places you're going to go. And I guarantee every night you're like, man, I'm fucking tired. When you get up and you get to that place, somebody's going to come up to you and say, that was a good set. What are you doing tomorrow night, 10:30? You want to work for $50? And you're like, man, thank God I didn't stay home and watch 30 Rock.
Yeah. What do you think? Because it's pretty. I've heard a lot of stories on podcasts about how working for the Comedy Store you make like $25 a night, but even and how terrible it was. But even with all that, comics keep coming and doing it, and they don't. I don't think they feel like they're getting gypped. I feel like. Do you think it's like they see the positives about it?
When I walked out of the Comedy Store in 2007, after I found that fat ball in my neck and all the Rogan stuff. Part of the reason was all that, but the other half was that the Comedy Store wasn't to me what it once was. I had disrespected the Comedy Store. It wasn't the shrine that it's supposed to be to me at that time. The first 4 years at the Comedy Store, it meant everything to me. It meant everything to me. Just to be doing sets at 12:45. Just to be so fortunate to tell people when I'm on the road, yeah, I got spots at the store and see their face fucking melt. But then towards the end, it just became a cocaine place for me and a place just to talk shit and whatever and think I ran it. And I left there. Now, look at the Comedy Store, what it is. It is the best place in the fucking world to do comedy at. And I'm very privileged to be there. That's why I only go there 3 days a week when I'm in town. Because I don't want it to become just another place to me. So when a young comic comes out here with a dream, you don't think I work the door for $25? I used to work the door on Sunday nights, my friend. And she used to give me the MC job.
You do both?
So I would work the door from 7 to 10, then MC from 10 to 11. I'd get the fuck out of there. $25. Did you ever hear me complain on this show all those years?
No, I didn't even know you did it.
It was my dream. I didn't do it like Caparulo was a doorman, Mike Faberman, they were doormen, Rick Ramos. Those guys were fucking doormen. If they sat people, I didn't do that. They made me security in the back. Mitzi liked me. So just go stand in the back, $25 for a few hours, just to put extra money in my pocket. It's a dream.
Yeah.
If I want to fucking be a tightrope walker, right? Like if I want to walk a tightrope,
okay,
right, in my life, I'm going to go talk to the people at Circus du Soleil. And what do you think when you walk in there at Circus du Soleil and you walk up to the guy and go, how you doing? They're going to go, all right, come back the first Tuesday of the month. And if you do well, you can train with us. And then in time, we'll give you a location. You follow me?
Right.
You don't think that fucking muscle-bound, skinny dude is going to fucking move to Vegas, train with them for 6 hours a day. They don't pay you to train. And then you're a waiter at night. It doesn't matter. When you get that dollar tip, you look at it, you go, it doesn't matter because that's not my dream. I'm doing my dream in the daytime, and eventually I'm going to get called up. That's the dream. That's the fucking dream. Eventually I'm going to get called up. I wish I'm fortunate enough to come in the first day they make me and put me on the show, you know, or Barnum and Burley Circus, or whatever the fucking thing is. You know what I'm saying? When you first go to those circuses, you think they give you $60,000 a year the first fucking year?
Probably not.
No. You probably get fucking $10 a show, and you got to sleep with the fucking dancing bear or some shit.
It's do you think? I'm just thinking how sad it would be to put all that work in and not make it, because there has to be. Not everyone can make it.
Well, I always think about not putting the work in and not making it. That's what always scares me. Not putting the work in and not making it. And joking around and thinking everything's a joke. And one day waking up going, man, I could have fucking done something if I would have worked a little harder. That's what I didn't want to wake up to right now. Right now, this podcast, when I go on the road and shows are sold out, I'm very lucky. Every morning I wake up, look, we're lucky. We didn't get shot last night. You know, I had a friend last week that got into a car accident, and they went to the hospital. They stitched them up while they blood tested them. They found out they got colon cancer. After he got sideswiped. You know, I got another friend in Miami last week that walked into a fucking Subway sandwich, came out, took 2 bites, and died of a fucking heart attack. They're fucking gonna bring him back to New Jersey tomorrow. 53 years old. So when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I say is, how fucking lucky am I to just be involved in this? You think that this thing now, when I go to Minneapolis and one of the shows is sold out, you think that happened because I'm a good guy? That happened because I punched the clock 20 years ago. I punched the clock 20 years ago. But I'll tell you what, let's pretend I would have came to LA and the only thing I would have done was that one line on Spider-Man 2. And one day I fucking get fucking diabetes and my leg falls off and I gotta move to a home in Nebraska. While I'm sitting in that fucking home with my leg up and my stub there, you know what? I did it. I gave it 100%. And you know what? I got into one movie that I never thought I'd get into, and I got to do comedy with some of the greatest comics ever. I did that. But I did that because I tried and I worked. I didn't do that because I hung out with somebody or I lit their cigarettes or I rubbed their fucking feet or whatever. I did that because I did my own thing. No matter what, I kept going. Kept going. And that's it. And if this wouldn't have happened, at least I would have known I gave it everything I got. Not knowing that I didn't give it everything. That's the fucking heartbreak.
Do you ever? So you don't look back and think that you could have, like, you try to live to make sure there's nothing you could have done more?
I could have done a lot of fucking things. But this is where I ended up. And this is the fucking card I got. I got dealt a hand, and I did the best I could with the hand. You want me to lie to you and tell you I didn't wish I was on 2 sitcoms and have 2 shows that were in syndication?
That'd be great.
You don't think I wish I would have had 4 HBO specials and people would have shook my hand and looked at me a lot different and gave me a different type of respect? I wish I could have done those things, but I didn't. But this is what I did do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this is the path that was given to me, and I did the best I can with it. The best I fucking could with this. To my knowledge, I got one agent. He's half fucking brain dead. You know, I got another agent that books me on the road. I don't have management. I don't have CAA backing. I don't have, I don't go to fucking premieres. I don't do anything like that. But if I wanted to, I could. I just don't, because it's not who the fuck I am. I don't want to be seen with this guy. Taking a picture with somebody don't mean the fucking world to me. None of that shit does. Just surviving and doing the best I fucking can. And that's what should mean the best to everybody. Even if my parents are rich, I'm so happy in so many ways my mom died, Lee.
Oh, Jesus.
Because she was raising me with an attitude that I had the world coming. I had it coming to me. There was one part of her, and there was one part of her that I was spoiled, that I didn't like. Today, I don't like that. I don't like the covering she did for me. I don't like not the lies, but the blind eye she turned to me at a certain age.
You mean that she hid stuff from you, or she?
No. I know my mom knew I was involved in things at an early age. She didn't want to. I used to hang out with this kid, Eddie, when I was like in the 7th grade. And one day, Eddie came to me. He goes, one day we were talking in the room. You were there, man. And your mom asked me if I could give her a joint. My mom knew what I was doing. She just didn't talk to me about it. There's an episode of when Jackie dies in The Sopranos, a Priel.
Okay.
And they go back to the house and they're drinking. And Meadow tells the sister that when they were kids, whenever Jackie would do something, they would ask him, don't you care what your parents think? And he would always say, they don't give a shit. That was partly me. That line has always destroyed me because it's the truth. My mother didn't give a shit, no way. You know, she put enough trust in me. And today, I wish she wouldn't have trusted me that much.
Really?
Hell yeah. I was talking to Terry about this yesterday. You, from the age of 1 to 16, you can't be a better parent. You know, like you have to be involved. You can't be involved enough for that child to have a chance as a child. You have to be very involved. And even then, you have no guarantees. But again, at least you know you did your best. You know, I would hate to sit there and go, well, Mercy became a fucking dirty whore because from the age of 13 to 17, I was fucking some 20-year-old and I wasn't there to guide her.
Yeah, that'd be fucked up.
So as a parent, you always have to be involved. I love that my mom trusted me and gave me freedom. When I told my mom I'm going to Lee's house to sleep over, she'd go, okay. A mom would go, Grab the phone. Let me talk to Lee's mom.
Yeah.
No. She don't even know. No. Let me talk to Lee's mom. Let me see if it would be true. My mom didn't do that. I wish she would have, because I wouldn't have gone to the net game that night on the bus till 3 a.m. I wouldn't have done a lot of things I did, you know.
Do you regret doing those things?
50% of them.
Really? That much?
Listen, man, I did a lot of crazy shit as an 11 and 12 and 13-year-old that I shouldn't have fucking done. Going into the city and walking around, and I shouldn't have done that. Am I happy I did it? Yes, it's who I am today. It's part of who the fuck I am today. I think my mom, in a way, was very smart also. She looked at herself, and she knew what to expect of me. You know, that's what a smart parent does. They look at themselves, and they go, let's see if my kid's going to go for it. If they're anything like me, they're going to go for it.
What do you see of yourself in Mercy?
She's by the book, which I used to be by the book. That's why I live in hell a lot of time, because I was very by the book growing up. I was a nerd. You know, like I was telling you the other day, we played ball in the living room with the stuffed animal that she's got.
Right.
And if she drops it, she won't let me pick it up. She has to pick it up and throw it to the mother, because she won't break the rotation. There's so many little things that she doesn't like when I tap my foot, and she'll tell me 15 times, no. She'll put it on my foot. You know what I'm saying? You're a fucking asshole. You know, when I was a kid, I was such an asshole. Like, my mom would smoke a cigarette in the cab and throw the cigarette on the floor and step on it, and I would say a prayer like I thought the cab was going to blow up. You know, like I didn't trust my mother enough. And then I'd say shit to my mom, like, you know, and my mom would go, who the fuck are you? Are you fucking crazy? I don't give a fuck with the cops, you know. She did something once. They took me to a police station in the first grade. And you shoot a gun, and you get fingerprinted, you know, like as a school trip.
Yeah.
And everything they told me, I took to heart. So, like, I went to a bar a week later, like the inspector, like, you can't have that there. And my mom's like, go fuck yourself. I can do whatever the fuck I want. No, the policeman, fuck you and the policeman. No, I'll call the cops right for you know. Like, I was by the book. Mercy's going to be by the book. I see it already. I see little things, you know. This morning we my wife cried when we dropped her off today.
Why?
Because we walked in with her. She got out of her little fucking sled. You know, I take the lunch from my wife, and me and Mercy walked the lunch in. I opened up the refrigerator, I put the lunch in, and right there, I picked Mercy up. And I always say, I love you in Spanish, and I'll see you at 5 o'clock, all right? And she hugs me, and she goes down, and then she walks out and says bye to the mom. And then Terry has to chase after her and take the binky from her and give her a hug and a kiss. Well, today, I dropped her. She ran right to the mom, put the fucking binky in the mom's head and said, Ma, see you later. Right?
Really?
Hilarious. And then, this is where it gets ugly. The teacher goes, okay, my class, line up. Mercy stopped what she was doing and ran. And when my wife went to look, Mercy was standing on line. And my wife looked at me and she goes, you know what? Mercy's a good little girl. Look at her online already waiting. And she cried half the fucking block, man. I had to hug her and shit. I'm like, really? Seriously, man. It was, my wife isn't, so yeah, you want to raise, you know, the other day I was home, Monday. Do you know why I took Mercy to the park?
What?
Because it was 9:30. And I go, we got to get out. In fact, I left without a diaper. She shit herself at the park. I had to call my wife to bring a fucking diaper at 12 o'clock. Because my goal, like I told my wife goes, you brought everything. You did great. Except the diaper. Why did you? I go, because my goal was to get her out of the house. How can I not practice what I preach? I want her to have the same thing. I want her to see it. In the mornings, we got to go. We got shit to do. What do we got to do? I don't know. But it's better than what we're going to do here. Something's out there we got to do. So I take her outside. We walk down the corner. We walk back. I put her inside the fence. You know, I can't wait to start writing with her in the mornings. That's the first thing I'm going to teach her, how to write in the mornings when you wake up. Fuck cartoons. Before breakfast come out, do what you need to do. You know, if you got to be at school at 9, get up at fucking 7. Give yourself 2 hours. Wake up. Give yourself some time. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to do time. You know, write in the morning. Maybe read a chapter. What are you giggling about, Lee?
She's gonna end up going to Harvard under that.
It's not Harvard, man. It's a work ethic. You really hurt my feelings before when you're like these fucking millennials. These millennials, or whatever the fuck they are, millenniums, whatever the fuck people they call themselves.
Yeah.
What do you think I call myself? A 60-ish? I don't call myself a 60-ish.
No,
I'm a
it's
human
just
being.
no. We don't call ourselves that. I think it's just a term people are using. No one walks around saying I'm a millennial.
No. He's just saying I'm a fucking jerk off, fucking millennial. But they call him that.
Yeah.
And that's no. You're a human being. You have needs. You have dreams, and you have expectations. You have fucking expectations from your family, from yourself. We all do.
Yeah, and that's like I've told you before. One part I don't buy about The Sopranos is the way the kids acted, because I never understood.
Well, look at the son. The
kids,
son was soft.
He was soft, but not.
No, he was soft. He was soft. He had a fucking yellow car.
Yeah, but if he was your son, he wouldn't have come out that way. People can be softer people, but if you have good parenting, they'll turn out fine. Just like when Meadow put the glass out for the juice and was annoyed that the mom wouldn't give her juice when she was in college. Like, if I ever put my hand out with my glass and didn't say anything, my mom would have thrown the juice at me. Like, there's no way. Like, I know a lot of kids I grew up with that grew up a certain way. And now they have kids and they are a little firmer with them. Like, I've seen their kid and I'm like, it makes sense. You have to be firm.
And there's a lot of calls I have to make in the next 10 years if I'm alive. There's a lot of calls I have to make to be honest with her. And they have to be that call at that time. I can't sit Mercy down at 7 and tell her I did blow and I looked out windows and shit like that. So she's going to ask me.
Right.
Did you do drugs? I gotta give her a fucking answer. That's not a truth. It's not a lie. It's what's best for everybody involved at that time. That's what I didn't know. Those are little things where my mom made a mistake. It wasn't the truth and it wasn't a lie. It's what's best involved for the family at this time. When you're 10, I'll sit you down and tell you a little chit chat. And then when you're 12, I'll sit you down again and give you another little chit chat about what happened. But I'm not going to sit there and glamorize it in front of you because the odds are I don't want booze in my refrigerator. I don't want soda in that refrigerator. There's no soda in that fucking refrigerator. We bought those 6 bottles for you guys that were coming over for those Cuban sandwiches the other day. Besides that, there's no soda in my house.
Are you just coming up with like this idea for telling her now, or have you been thinking about it as a kid? Because like I can think of stuff that I didn't like that my parents did that since I was 6, I knew I wasn't going to do.
Kids drink because they see somebody drink. Kids drink because they come home and you're drinking in front of your fucking kid.
Right.
So no matter how many times you could tell them don't drink, they see you fucking drinking. So where do you stand? So when you're going to get mad because your kid drinks? No, if you don't want your kid to drink, you got to get rid of everything in the fucking house. I told you the other day, I went to McDonald's with Mercy. I had a quarter pounder. I had like 4 fries and a diet fucking Coke, and my wife got a tea, and I took a couple of sips out of that. It was a great quarter pounder. Do I do it every day? No. You know why? Because as a child, I wasn't allowed to eat fast food. I would only eat fast food 2 weeks of the year when I went to Miami with my cousins.
And you'd eat all of it?
Not every day. They wouldn't eat fast food either. But in the afternoons, if you go swimming or you go to the beach, you go to McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Those are the only places I ever really went to. One time in the Bronx, I went to Jack in the Box, and I got the fish and sticks, and they were fucking horrible.
Oh, God.
Horrid.
Oh, that's a terrible one.
We used to also go to Arthur. No, I don't think I used to go to Arthur Treach's Fish and Chips. Arthur Treach's was a chain on the East Coast of good fucking fish and chips. There's probably like 3 left on now. They're horrible. Fucking horrible.
I don't like fish and chips.
I have a pen pal in prison. I have a friend of ours that got locked up in a federal prison. And he's been gone for about 2 months now, and I've written him like 4 letters. And he's written me like 4 letters, maybe 5 letters, I try to write him every 2 weeks. I keep him off guard because I want him to get the letter and for him to be happy. The letter came the other day. My wife was going, she goes, I didn't know you wrote this guy in jail. She goes, why do you do that? And it's because I know what it feels like to get a letter in fucking jail.
That's when did you decide to do it? Like,
As soon as I told him before he got locked up. I told him when he told me he was going away. I said, I'm gonna send you some fucking letters.
what do you talk about?
How you doing? What's going on in there?
Like handwritten letters?
Yeah, I handwrite them. Fuck you, Lee. You can't fucking type up a fucking letter and send it to somebody. That's not heartfelt enough. Gotta handwrite that fucking thing. And that's what I'm saying. You're looking for a job. Okay, what's Lee doing? I go to Lee's house. Lee gets his fucking stupid resume with his bio and he sends it to this guy. All right, I go to Chick, whatever's house. He does the same thing. You got a standard bio, a standard fucking resume, your whatever, your college education, you send it in. You know what a guy like Joey Diaz does? He sends you the bio, the fucking resume, and a handwritten letter. Right fucking there. Right there in the package. Handwritten. I'd love to work for your company. I know you made fortune number 64. This has been a dream. I do background information. You mail that to the motherfucker. And then you take another one and you email that package. So you email one and you mail one.